to be fair. And we are live.
We're live,
And we've got several of the things to talk about today.
all the things. Brad, are you ready to be out for like 7 hours?
Oh man, you know what? I gotta stretch out. Let's do this. I have 2 Diet Dr. Peppers ready and a water.
I have a water and some whiskey and Coke, so anytime we talk about points, I can actually do a shot.
I mean, some things are definitely going to depend on the points.
All right, it's time to drink.
Oh, kid's going to be dead by the end of this one.
You'll see me go into intermission, and then I'll just come back with more alcohol. We got this.
There is no way that our delay is now at 2 minutes somehow. Andy set this event up, so I blame him on this. There's got to be a way for me to change this, though. I don't think I can change it as live.
Oh, we're out of luck now. You can change it this evening when we put everybody in a rake and we figure out who is the best of the best.
The best.
So what we start with, Brad?
We're going to start with Crons, and we're going to hope and pray that the fact that the delay is 2 minutes today is not going to ruin my interaction with people. So at some point in time, I may literally take a break, change the setting, and come back. Because it will take us a hot minute to do this. So we already looked at the reanimation rule. They get D3 bros back. The Necron warriors get D3 plus 3. Command protocols. When you're leading a unit, they add +1 to hit. They've got a couple decent stratagems. They've got fight on death. They've got basically auto get back up on a character. You don't have to roll for it or anything anymore, which is kind of cool. They can buff up the AP on a weapon. They've got get more bros back. If you've got unit activates its reanimation protocols, the Necron characters leading the unit, you get D3 plus 1. So, I mean, all of these are meh, you know what I mean? Pretty decent. Assault weapon mojo. Uh-oh. Lyle calls dibs on drunkenly joining the stream tonight to put all armies in the double F tier.
Yes, if you play this army, you should be banned from 40K.
The enhancements enhance. The Veil of Darkness is still awesome. It's the Veil of Darkness. I don't know how I feel about the Coronal. It's an aura, basically, that makes everybody as if a character. So it's literally +1 to hit on everybody within 6 inches. So I think this is
pretty strong. Right?
Yeah. No, it's what I'm saying. But I like this a lot. But it's just, am I going to be able to get people within 6? I'd want to put it on a lone operator then. And I don't know if we have enough lone operators. I don't think there's lone operators that aren't named characters, though. Hello, everyone. Let's start talking. I think these guys are surprisingly strong.
All right. Well, why do you believe that?
The characters and the units are actually really good. Imhotep, decent. Basically, straight up gets a CP when you start the battle. Unless these characters are super overpriced, it's almost an auto take for your army to take whatever character just gives you a CP a turn extra. It's just hard not to. His stats are meh. I'm moving on. He gets a CP. Orkin the Diviner gets a 4-up invul if he's leading a squad, and he can just go absolutely apeshit once a game and make his Staff of Tomorrow have 6 shots instead of 2 and triple the strength, so it's strength 12, and every successful wound scores a critical hit. So basically he's got 6 shots hitting on 2s, probably wounding on 2s, maybe 3s, and they all do D3 mortals. So
seems pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, it's once a game though. And
still,
these guys can all join good units too. So Anakin the Traveler gives +1 to wound for everybody that he's with a vehicle he's with, and he can screw over a vehicle. He joins Immortals. That's why I was like, meh. Now, I really like this combo right now of Oberyn. Uh-oh. We got dogs going nuts everywhere. Oberyn goes with Xandrak, and if they're together, the models in the unit have a 4-up Feel No Pain, and he gives fights first. That's pretty sick, man. And he goes in a Lich Guard unit. And we're going to go over that. Those guys can have a 2-up, 4-up. They will be +1 to hit because of the fact that they have a character that's just period. Exactly. Imhotep, the CP Lord, 100%. But this is good. We'll look at the Xandrak in a minute because they, of course, don't put him in order. Illuminator's Xenos is a lone operative. He's got some pretty decent shit, man, because he, as long as he's within 3 inches of anybody, he gets lone operative, which is better than leader, to be honest with you. He also makes people +1 to their AP if they're within 6 inches of him, and anybody within 6 inches of him gets all your enemy shots get -1 AP. Sorry, it's not even shots. It's any attack. It targets units within 6 inches of him. Gets -1 AP. That's like badass, by the way, dude.
So it's just for the battle line units, but still really solid.
Yeah. But I'm saying that's just a really good ability. So I like he's we're gonna see the things now. The second half of Oberyn with Xandrak. Xandrak rolls every turn, and every time he rolls, he gets either sustained hits, the unit gets sustained hits, lethal hits, or devastating wounds. And then he also has the Vect, where he can, once per battle, make somebody's stratagem cost +1 more. It's legit.
Can we talk about this pose for a second on this model?
The fact that he's dabbing. Yes, it is actually power of he can join warriors, Lich Guard, or Immortals. I actually really like these guys in Lich Guard quite a bit, just because of the fact that you can make a disgusting brick that keeps coming back to life. So, trees on the infinite. When he's within range of an objective, you just straight up sticky. You can do some wacky shit because he can just nuke a non-named character and just show up in their unit instead.
Wait, what?
Literally, start your command phases. Models on the battlefield. You can select one friendly Necrons infantry character, not epic hero, and he just kills him, and you put him in the place. So, kind of nifty. Royal Warden.
I mean, super situational though.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, like completely just maybe. You know what I mean?
Like, hey, bro. It'd be a shame if I killed you and took your spot.
Royal Warden gives heavy and assault to any unit he goes in, which is kind of cool. And he can join Immortals and Warriors.
So assault is you can shoot while advanced, correct? Is there any penalty to hit?
No.
Like there is now?
I don't think I'd have to go look again. I say very confidently, and then I think, well, that's this new rules. So, the characters don't get the Feel No Pain. I gotta hold on. I gotta scroll back, everyone. Does he just give them 4 Feel No Pain?
Just the characters.
That's trash fire. What is this nonsense?
Yeah, because they're trying to stop making broken combos, Brad.
What do you mean they're really trying to stop broken combos? I can do combos with 1,000 mortals. There's no broken stopping me from broken combos. I'll make broken combos all I want. I think
he's really good, Brad, even without the Feel No Pain.
Yeah, Fred's got it on no penalty. Yeah, I was right in the first place. Scorpic Lord, decent. Gives the unit lethal hits. He's got a decent amount of attacks. He's got a good sweep attack. He's got a 3 damage 4 attack weapon. Meh. You know. Locust Lord, Destroyer Cult. I like this dude quite a lot. While this model's leading in each time a model in the unit, everyone, not just the characters, god damn it. Scores the critical hit on 5+. Legit. He's also got devastating wounds on his Lord's Blade. A Lord. Meh. +1 to move. Cool. Move along. Catacomb Command Bar. He's just like a regular guy. We also have like 1,000 units to cover. If you're not doing something cool, I'm just, come on, keep the line moving. I like the fact that he's got a mini transhuman, basically, so you're never wounded him on a 2. He gives +1 objective controlled to friendly units within 6 inches, which is kind of badass, because he's also got kind of a big bow with a Catacomb Command Barge. Overlord.
So he gives it to himself too, right?
Yep.
Nice.
-1 damage on this guy. You know, he's a bum. Just move on. While this model is leading unit, models of the unit of a 5-up Theodo Pain, Technomancer. There, I'm able to read. It actually affects the entire unit.
I'm proud of you.
Hooked on Phonics worked for me.
But he's not joining the 2 bodyguard characters that you wanted.
I possibly could. Can he? Even you can attach this guy to the unit, even if a Royal Warden or a Noble is in there.
All right, I'll see if there's a Noble in there. You continue on.
It's what it says. It's even if he's a lieutenant, he can join things that other characters have joined. Psychomancer. Don't care at all about him. He's a scrub. Chronomancer. -1 to hit. Pretty cool. And also, in your shooting phase after this model's unit is shot, they can just make a 5-inch move, so they can fire and fade. Awesome. Lord is a source of a resorb. That is true. He can slap that on there. True story. I'll give you that. I take that back. He's not as boring as I thought. Plasmancer, 5-up score critical hits. You can do a little bit of mortal wounds. Deckard Warriors. Legit. They get 3 + D3 guys back. So that's legit. Their Gauze Reapers are exactly the same. Like, well, not, sorry, they're not exactly the same. They both lost an AP, but everybody kind of, I feel like, lost an AP.
Yeah. Game wide. Everyone lost 1 AP.
They're pretty much what they were before. Immortals. They can reroll wounds if you're shooting somebody on an objective marker. Pretty badass. To be perfectly honest with you. They've also just take those Tesla carbines and get those double exploding 6s. Yeah. Let's go to people that I really like, though. Canoptic Reanimator is probably the most improved dude there is. He no longer has to see anything. He has a 12-inch aura, and the unit reanimates an additional D3 wounds. He also has a 4-up Finno Pain himself. I think this dude's an auto if you're taking Necrons. 12-inch aura is huge.
How tall is he? Like, can you physically hide him? Like,
yeah, he's like medium tall. He's like Dreadnought tall.
Huh.
So, this dude's legit, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I think he's an auto. I don't care whatever. I'm never going to make him go anywhere because I'm just going to hide him.
He's just going to hide your backfield.
Yeah.
And take the mortal wounds from Mad Mac. He's got this.
Exactly. Hexmark Destroyer is... He has a super cool ability. He doesn't have enough shots for me to really care about it, but like, he literally fires Overwatch on for 0 CP, and he hits on 2s. So, but he only has 6 shots. So like, you're probably still making it. So
I mean, he could punk out a character though, with 6 shots hitting on 2s with AP -2.
Yeah, I mean, he's not bad at all. It's just that, you know what I mean. It's just a cool ability.
And he can shoot again if he has the
pistols.
What I'm saying, he's like Cypher. He's the Necron Cypher.
He is the Necron Cypher, except for better.
Oh, with better shots.
Except for so much better. The Galactopus, indeed. So, Lich Guard. Lich Guard are good. Freaking 4-up invuln save. They're if they got a person with them, which they are, they're -1 to wound. You can make them +1 to hit just by having a character with them. That's the Necron rule, special rule period.
So you're looking at hitting on 2s, -1 to wound, 4-up invuln save, sustain hits or devastating wounds, whatever the D3 roll was.
And they can also get 5-up Finno Pain if you put the Chronomancer in them. You can make this like a gross unit. So they're legit. I would take the shields before I take the war size and just make them the most durable things ever. So I like death marks, snipers. I mean, it's just nice to have snipers in your unit. I like the fact that they still have their shenanigans. Once per turn of the reinforcement step, your opponent's movement phase, when your enemy, is set up on the battlefield from reserves with 18 inches visible to this unit, you can just shoot them. So they have...
Oh, this is amazing, man. This is the first time we've seen a rule like this.
Yes, they have auspex. So they can just pew pew. And they have heavy, so they're hitting on 2s if they don't move, which they won't for that. And they're actually strength 5 instead of strength 4 with their sniper rifles. Strength 5, AP2, 2 damage.
Seems solid.
Yeah, it's a decent unit. So, flayed ones. If you blow half strength, they got some mojo. They just have 4 attacks. Strength 4, AP1, 1 damage. Just a good volume of attacks. We'll see what the points are. It's going to depend on the points in these flayed ones.
Oh man, time to do a drink, guys.
Uh-oh! Cryptothralls. Cryptothralls are kind of odd because they can join people. They can join just other units that have the ability to have them join.
Mm-hmm.
And it's strange on them. If they're with a Cryptek, the Cryptek model has the Final Pain, which I still think is weird on the assignment. We're going to have to figure that out. They can do 3-up, fight on death. Let's go to Scorpek. Scorpek's got 1 slower. They got 1 inch slower. They ignore all modifiers for weapon skill, everything when they're punching. And we'll see how much the plasma sights cost, but like once per battle for each plasma sight, all of their weapons can be devastating wounds. And there's several ways to get that. So if they're joined by a character, or if they just have that relic we're talking about that gives the 6-inch aura, they're hitting on 2s, 4 attacks, strength 7, AP2, 2 damage. That's just a legit profile. Triarch Stalker. Man, it's good.
You're not taking it. It's not worth it.
You might. It'll depend on the points, but it does have a volume of shots because it comes with the heat ray. You can just straight up take the particle shredder. The only problem is it only has 1 of these guns. So, you're right. The Deceiver has redeploy, which is always good. All of the Catan, you have damage to them. They haven't said whether we're rounding up or
Now,
down.
is it the weird redeploy where it happens before you determine who goes first, or is it determined after? Before or after?
Nope, it's just the weird redeploy. I don't understand.
After both players have deployed their army. So yeah, it's
still don't know who goes first. I don't understand this. But he does have, his Catan power is good. 6 shots, anti-character 4, devastating wounds, precision. Delightful. Golden Fist, 8 attacks. We are on 3. Depends on the points so far.
I believe so. I'm gonna miss that phrase, Brad.
Oh, I'll keep it going.
You're gonna keep it going. We're gonna come up with something new next week.
So the Nightbringer actually doesn't fuck around. So he's still just a melee threat. He does, at the end of the fight phase, he on a 4-up, everybody within 6 inches of him takes D3 mortal wounds. He's got a sweep attack with 14 attacks, strength 8, AP2, 2 damage, and 6 devastating wound attacks at strength 14, AP4, D6 damage. I mean, I'll probably sweep attack all the time.
Yeah.
So
the random damage isn't necessarily that great.
Yeah, just too many 1s rolled. The Shard of the Void Dragon, I feel got a little bit worse because he just straight up just chooses a vehicle and he can get D3. He does D3 mortals and heals himself for that. He doesn't just straight get damage by what he kills anymore, which I'm a little bummed about. But he does have a decent attack. His big attack is anti-vehicle 2 and it's D6 plus 2 damage. So that's legit. He also has 6 extra attacks with his tail blades, so he can have either 16 or 11 attacks. That's nothing to shake a stick at. His Voltaic Storm is also the shooting attack. His double exploding 6s, 3 plus D6 attacks, and it's blast. So like that's actually really nice. So he can pick up hordes fairly easily. So I like him quite a bit. The Transcendent is the regular one. Can be picked up and put places. It's legit. He's got the same type of sweep attack, regular attack, exploding 6s, 8 attacks. You know, legit.
I like how this guy's more durable than the other 3.
Yeah, exactly. Spiders. Canoptic spiders, that is. He can just straight up bring back a scarab swarm per spider. Unfortunately, scarabs got significantly worse. Basically, you're going to give him the fabricated claw array, probably. Everybody within 6 inches of him that's a vehicle has a 6-up final pain. So if you're bringing a vehicle army, which I think you can in Necrons right now, you're giving him final pain, which seems legit. Scarab swarms became toughness 2 and strength 2. I think they were already strength 3, but they have lethal hits still, which means that they auto wound on 6s. They can blow themselves up automatically, no strats. And they make people's OBSEC go down by 1 when they're in engagement range of them. But they are OC 0.
That's not bad. I mean, if you're taking a 6-man squad of them, that's 36 swings. You'll get 6 auto wounds.
Yeah. I mean, it's just
not bad. Not great. And you get free mortal wounds. Like, that's always fantastic.
100%. So, Ophidian Destroyers also lost an inch of movement. They have 5 attacks, strength 4, AP 2 damage. They can leave play if no one's around them, so they can effectively just bail. You can just literally go back into the reserve at the end of your opponent's turn, which is pretty badass. They also have the Plasmite ability. For every Plasmite, once a battle, you can turn all your weapons into devastating wounds, which is significant when you're getting 5 attacks apiece. So, legit.
Seems strong.
Tomb Blades, they have Scout 9. They are -1 to hit. They ignore cover. I mean, they have a bunch of war gear options. They can ignore cover, 5-up invuln, 3-up save instead of 4-up save. They also have Assault, which means they can advance and shoot with double exploding 6s and twin linked, re-rolling the wounds. These guys are good. You know what I mean?
Which weapon do you think about giving them? Because they only get one of these guns.
I would just give them the twin test carbine every time. It's just 2 shots apiece, but double exploding 6s with twin linked with re-rolling all wounds. I just want a volume of fire from these guys. So, I could possibly give them the particle beamer, to be honest. Drag Praetorians, the flying guys, they're decent. You know what I mean? I would probably just bring Lich-Guard if I was going to bring this, though, unfortunately. So, that's kind of my mojo on that. But I like that quite a bit. Let's see. Canoptic Wraiths. I think that they have a 4-up. Excuse me. If you move over them on a 4-up, they do Immortal. I like that quite a bit. They've got a huge amount of attacks. I think only one guy can get the whip coils, though. No, any number of guys can take whip coils. I think I might. It's just really what you're thinking that the roll is going to be, because they have 4 attacks that are strength 6, 2 damage, or they have 8 attacks, strength 4, 1 damage.
There appears to be a whole lot of strength 6, AP 1, 2 damage.
Yeah.
Like this army.
Yep. Well, it's just what you're trying to kill. You're trying to kill some Marines, and you're just trying to take out the trash, because, man, you know, a unit with 8 attacks apiece is just going to be fantastic for taking out the trash.
I also don't think they'll be using the Wraith form that much. Not with the 9-inch move.
No, I 100% agree with that.
However, maybe like when they leave combat the first time. Well, that's not a normal move. That's fallback. So yeah. I just don't see it happening very often.
Agreed.
It's not bad, but it's not great.
I like the option, though, because Vicious Claws or Whip Coils gives you 2 different ways to play these. Because if you take like a unit of, because you can take units of 3 to 6, you take like a unit of 3 of these dudes and just try to clear your opponent's screens. That's 24 attacks, man. You know what I mean? So they have mojo. Annihilation Barges. Annihilation Barge comes with the Twin Tesla Destructor and the Gauss Cannon. Gauss Cannon can be replaced with a Tesla Cannon. I would just take both the Teslas. You know why? Because I like rolling dice. Yep. And the fact is, these guys have a piss ton of dice. They also arc to people, making them on a 5-up. Anybody within 3 inches of the target suffers D3 mortals. And that's a shit ton of shots, Brandon. If you take the Tesla cannon and the twin Tesla destructor, it's double exploding sixes on both of them. The twin Tesla destructor is twin link, so you're rerolling wounds. You have 6 strength 8 attacks, 2 damage, 4 strength 6 attacks, 1 damage, and all of them are double exploding sixes. I mean,
and if you take that one character, you get +1 hit.
Correct.
So hitting on 2s.
So, I mean, I like this a lot. Oh, I'm taking the enhancement for sure. So, this is badass. Excuse me.
Yeah, this is, you probably take 3 of these. See, like, I look at units like this, and I see rates being pointless.
Kind of, yeah. And this is the thing that I like the vehicles quite a lot. Tell you the truth, I based my thoughts on whether this was good or bad on the fact that I really like a lot of the Necron vehicles. Doomsday Arc. In your movement phase, if this model remains stationary till the end of the turn, its Doomsday Cannon has the Devastating Wounds ability, which is significant because it is D6 plus 1 shots. It's blast. It's heavy, so it's hitting on a 2. Could be hitting on a 1. So, but strength.
Hey, he doesn't do D6 damage anymore.
Exactly. Strength 15, AP 4, 4 damage. That means every time you roll a 6 to wound, 4 mortals right there.
That seems pretty strong.
He also has 2 Gauze Flare Arrays, which is 10 more shots. It's the trash shot. They're basically bolter shots. Strength 4, AP shit, 1 damage. But it's just, this dude's legit. You know what I mean? It's also 72-inch gun. You can peek it out and just shoot way downfield. I like this.
So for him, he might... I'm concerned about the Doomsday Arc, and I'm concerned about the transport as well. And the reason being is it's just such a big model that if any part of it touches a piece of terrain, you can't shoot it.
True.
It has to be wholly out or wholly in.
I'll give you that.
And this guy is gigantic.
Yeah, he's huge. He's just a giant dong. So, I like the Logan's Destroyers. Gauss cannons, 3 shots apiece, strength 5, AP 2, 2 damage. If they shoot the closest thing, they get to reroll hit rolls of 1. Decent. I'm going to go down because the heavy destroyers for a change are actually boss mode. Anthemic Exterminator. Anthemic, whatever. 6 shots. Exploding 6s. Rapid fire 6. So it has 12 shots at 18. Heavy. So +1 to hit if you haven't moved. Strength 6, AP 1, 1 damage. Or 1 shot from your Gauze Destroyer, which is only 1 shot, but it's strength 14, AP 4, 6 damage. If you're shooting,
I think you're taking the Gauze Destructor.
Yeah, no. I'm taking. Again, I want to roll dice. I'm gonna roll so many dice. It's not gonna matter.
It's not going to matter. We need 6s to wound all the vehicles. Proud of you.
Pew 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 pew. If I only get 1 shot, I'm just gonna miss.
Always getting hitting on 2s.
Still gonna miss. The War of the World Walkers, the Canoptic Doomstalker.
Actually, I want to go back to the heavy destroyers. Let's see. Each
Scroll
time this
back.
model makes an attack, you get to reroll.
Reroll ones against
1.
infantry. If you've used the big gun, it's reroll wounds versus monsters and vehicles.
I mean, it's pretty solid.
100%.
Okay. All right. Doomstalker. Let's do it.
Doomstalker. Overwatch is on 5s. Cool. It's got a blast and heavy Doomstalker blaster. D6 plus 1, strength 14, AP 3, 3 damage. It's legit. So, I can't go wrong with that. Ghost Arc. Ghost Arc repairs people. It's only once per phase, though. If you're within 3, you just get to reanimate again. I would probably do that just to have... I would have one of these just to do that. You know what I mean? So...
I mean, you're going to be taking a brick at 20 Necron Warriors, I think.
100%. The only thing is that does this not have... How does this not have a firing deck? It's literally open.
It's because they have the flare arrays.
Come on! You should be able to poop pew-pew out of this. Yes, it's literally totally open, 100%. It doesn't even have walls. It's just dudes just standing there. You could accidentally shoot your gun if they jostled you a little bit, and you should be able to fire. All right. Doom Scythe. You have two things. They basically shoot somebody, they get to either stand for them, and then you get critical hits on 5s, or they duck for cover, and then they're -1 to shoot the next turn. 3 shots, strength 16, AP 4, D6 plus 1 damage, legit. The chest of destructor is the same as it was. Double exploding 6s, twin linked, strength 7, 2 damage. It's good. I mean, it really depends on the cost. We have not done Tau yet. We've just done Necrons. I was just about to say this has no hover though. That makes me a little bummed. Night Scythe. You can just pick people up and put them next to people, which is pretty boss mode. So, end of the fight phase. If there are no models currently embarked with this transport, you can select one friendly Necron infantry unit wholly within 6 of this transport, and boop, put him in the transport. Beam me up.
It also doesn't have hover though.
Also true. Obelisk. They can just do random mortals to people. It also has anti-flight 4 with his Tesla spear. I wish they had more shots, to be perfectly honest with you. It's just a giant thing that doesn't do enough damage for me.
You know it's going to cost like 400 points.
It just doesn't have enough. The thing is right now, everyone, the biggest things you should be looking for is points per activation, points per attack, points per just efficiency, because you just need to be able to put things down.
Brad, it actually has 24 shots plus sustained hits.
What's that? Oh, because does it have 4 of them?
It has 4 Tesla spears.
It has 4 Tesla spears. I apologize. Then it's
24 shots. You're going to have 4 explosions, and I guess can this get +1 to hit too?
I don't know, to be honest with you. It's towering, so it can look over everything too. All of these are towering. Pew 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 pew.
You're literally never gonna be able to move this, even with fly.
They only go 7, which is a big.
You're never moving this. It's just. I'm pretty sure the base is bigger than 7 inches. So like, if there's just a wall, like you don't have enough movement to clear the wall.
You're gonna advance.
And you can't shoot because it's not an assault weapon. You can deep strike it, I guess. That sounds like a really bad idea, though.
What?
You're not taking this.
I'm probably not taking the test rifle either.
200 points. You're not taking it. It's not worth it. It's too
I'm
big.
gonna take Cosmic Fire, and I'm gonna roll so many 6s because it's a flamer that auto hits, of course, with devastating wounds, ignores cover. They do have an indirect anti-meteor, which is blast, devastating wounds, indirect fire.
Super strong.
These are super gigantic, by the way. I mean, they're so big. They are going to be really hard to move.
This one's even bigger than the other one because there's a shard inside.
I know. It's ridiculously gigantic. You're like, I hope you like where you're deployed because that's where you're going. So, the monolith. Does the monolith have all of these things? Because it has 4 gauze, a particle whip, and a portal of exile.
Yes.
You can replace the gauze with 4 death rays. I mean, that sounds good, but the gauze, I would do that in like a second. Actually, that's a huge lie. I don't know. These are both pretty decent because the gauze flux have rapid fire 3, which means at 12 inches there's 6 shots apiece. Excuse me, but the death ray has sustained hits D3. Ooh, that's tough.
I think you take the death rays. The 4 death rays, that's 4 shots.
With chances for sustained hits.
But you also got like a 70% chance of getting 1 sustained hit.
I do like the particle whip. It's blast and has devastating wounds, but it's 3d6 attacks. It's just, you know what I mean? 10.5 attacks. So, strength 8, AP 1, 2 damage. It's legit.
Well, you get that either way, so.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Silent King, the last man on the roster. Significantly worse than he used to be. Sorry, he just is.
Good. Got it.
Good. He can basically tell somebody to not be battle shocked. He can reroll 1s to hit, runs to wound on everybody around him. He can reroll charges, and he can reroll battle shock tide. It's just whatever. Maybe I'm missing something, but I probably won't take him. He does have like a badass melee attacks. He literally has 12 attacks at strength 8, AP3, 2 damage. I mean, he's not fucking around there. But, meh.
So speaking of flying vehicles, so Steven's in the chat.
I do love everything about you guys going. Something about the way you say gauze. He goes to the doctor too frequently.
Yeah, you do. It's like, oh, you have another doctor's appointment? So with these monoliths, right? So in 9th edition, and Steven pointed this out, so thank you, Steven. In 9th edition, if you have the fly keyword, you ignore terrain if it wasn't there. In 10th edition, that little stipulation isn't there. So a monolith can't fly over a wall.
Well, he can.
You have to measure up and then down.
But he doesn't. If you don't start in the terrain and you don't end in the terrain, it does too. It says, look at the fly keyword. It says if you start or end in the terrain, you have to measure up and over. If you don't, you can go right through it. That is
not what it says.
It 100% is what it says.
I just read it this morning.
Read
Because
it again.
crisis suits have the vehicle keyword.
It literally says that if you start in the terrain or you end in the terrain, you have to go up and over.
But what it doesn't say, you don't ignore the terrain. You ignore infantry, you ignore vehicles and monstrous creatures when you fly over them, but you don't ignore the terrain. You have to measure up and down.
If you don't, you're superimposing. I'm imposing. I am superimposing. Oh, we're talking about something else? All
We're
right,
talking about vehicles moving over. All right, start a poll. We'll do it.
I'm not starting a poll.
There's plenty of intelligent people on here.
Dude, we're literally running. This is a real thing, by the way. So, when on the release weekend, we're literally going to have a running counter at the top right of how many times we fucked up rules when we're streaming. I can't pull up the fly rule. I got too many goddamn things up right now. Bumps up that time. I'm on it. I'm taking this bet even though I don't have the rule in front of me, and I'm almost sure I'm wrong. But I do like to argue. All right, what's everybody want next?
Here, should I get a die and just roll it out? Actually, I don't have a die handy. Randy, you have a die. Roll a die. There's 6 books left.
Tau it is.
All right.
Bam. Tau for the greater good. Sorry.
Steven never played Tau. Get out of here.
Detachment rule, really good. Sorry, Lyle, already been chosen. Should have been faster on the tappity tap keyboards. So they got some decent strike and fade. Amazing. Always going to be amazing. Anytime you can just move and not get shenaniganed. 6-up feel no pain. Always good. I like the fact that you can literally use your own spotter guys to use your ballistic skill, coordinated to engage. Actually, really, really good.
I think that's one you're going to do all the time.
100%. Because you can buff yourself on whatever you spotted, which is kind of cool.
So if you take a crisis suit with a cold star, we'll talk about this. You give them one marker drone so they can advance and still be a spotter. And then you give them this.
I'm actually going to quote myself on that. Chris just put it up because I'm almost sure I'm wrong, but I do like to argue. Best quote ever. It does sum up my life. Poor Lyle, I can't handle any more sadness. Well, here, let's we'll start with happiness because the enhancements are actually good. Tau Empire, Precision of the Patient Hunter. Add +1 to the hit roll. From the third battle run on, also add 1 to the wound rolls. Also, amazing. Put it on a commander. He's +1 to hit, +1 to wound all the time. That is legit as fuck. So, exactly. Pure Tide chip, good. The Exemplar of the Kayan.
I don't think that one's that good. Because you have to spend CP on it.
Well, you have to spend points. Enhancements are all points.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Like let's say you want to do Overwatch, it's not free like all the captains give you. You have to spend CP on this.
Yeah, so
yeah, you're already hurting for CP in this army.
Yeah, 3 unit station. It's legit. Now
I think that one's actually really good.
Yes, 100%. I think their enhancements are really good. Now let's talk about what's not really good. Every one of their cheat sheets. It's so funny because it's true. But Shadow Sun, reroll ones, shoot when you fall back. She does have advanced guardian draw, which is kind of boss mode, which is -1 to wound. CP back and a 5-up. Decent amount of.
I think she's probably an auto take.
Yeah, you'd want her to buff. Her guns have never been that good. She does have Lone Operator, which is a billion times better than having to just join a unit. So, Farsight.
I mean, she's getting 2 melted shots with strength 10. That's not bad.
Farsight got worse in combat. He lost an attack. So he's no longer 5 attacks and 10 attacks. He's 4 attacks and 8 attacks. He does, if he leads a unit, they get +1 to wound if they're within 9, which seems danger close. And you could reroll hit rolls and wound rolls once a battle.
Just that guy.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, if you're playing aggressive crisis suits, I mean, +1 to wound is pretty strong.
Yeah.
That means you're wounding most things in the game on 3s or 2s.
Yeah. Also, these guys have the battle suit keyword, which we'll have to look through that. Because can they go through walls, or are they just taking the long way around?
Well, they're all vehicles and walkers. So isn't there a stratagem that says vehicles can do mortal wounds when they charge?
True. Up to their strength, which their strength is trash.
Is it per guy, or is it per...
I think it's a model. Well, I'll have to look that up.
Because if you have 7 crisis suits and they can all do it at their strength.
Yeah. Commander can take... Here, let's just scroll down to all these guys.
You're not... The only commander you're taking is the Gold Star.
Yeah,
that is the only one.
Yes, but all of these guys have the same thing, which is you can take up to 3 of the following. So they come with a burst cannon. You can swap out your burst cannon, and then you can add, just like you could before, you can add up to 3 guns. You can't double up on air bursting. You can only take 1. But you can take triple plasma if you want to, triple missile, triple whatever. Obviously, it's going to be dependent on the points.
Dun, dun, dun.
So,
actually, the commander can take 4 guns.
I just said that.
Yeah,
they all can. While this is leading a unit, each time a model in the unit makes a range attack, reroll 1s. He can take different shield generator shit, and he can fire and fall back and shoot. So his unit can fall back and shoot.
So something to point out, Brad, the broadside support system and the weapon support system are pieces of war gear that replace your weapons.
Yes, which is why I'm just going to take 4 weapons.
And just hope you don't get charged.
100%. Air bursting. Kind of sucks balls. Strength 3, no AP, 1 damage. So, yeah.
You're not taking that anymore.
Burst cannon.
Rip them off, everybody.
Burst cannon. Lost 2 shots. Cyclic. Cyclic stayed the same. Huzzah!
Yay! And since they're vehicles, they don't instantly kill you when you overheat.
Yes. Fusion. Fusion lost 6 inches of range. Missile pod. The same.
Yay!
Plasma rifle. The same.
Nope, lost 6 inches of range.
Never mind. Lost 6 inches of range. Tau flamer. Lost 2 shots per. Whew.
Actually, the plasma rifle also lost a point of AP, but...
Cyclic did not stay the same? What changed on the cyclic?
It's the same.
It's the same. What's different?
Oh.
Every cigar is true. They lost salt. All right. Well played, Lau. Well played. So, like, man, they shit on all the guns. Whew. All right. Let's move on. Enforcer gets AP -1. All the attacks coming in, has literally all the other same shit. Cold Star. They have move characteristic of 12 if he's with them. And all ranged weapons have the assault ability, Lyle. Put that commander in your unit.
Literally, this is the only commander you're taking for crisis suits. Period. You're not taking the other 2. You need the assault. You need the extra movement.
Yeah. So take 3 Cold Stars. Lyle needs an emotional support plushie. Doubling up does not make them twin link. You just
Which is great. We don't want them to be
100%. We didn't want them twin link. So
you need that. You need as many shots as possible with the tower, mate.
but the enforcer is nice, but you need this guy buffing your unit. You need the assault. You need the extra movement. These guys need to be 12. They need to be able to shoot all their weapons as assault.
And because they have the assault keyword, crisis suits have turbo boost for some reason. They auto advance 6.
I love Lila goes, I have one. His name is Tobias. We are going to go through Death Guard. I forgot that we needed to get Death Guard the other day. We never meant that. Exactly. The Cold Start buff Strike and Fade, because Strike and Fade is a regular move, guys. So that 12-inch movement is legit to get behind things.
So the thing is, you just can't jump over walls now.
Sure, but he's giving him a 12-inch move. You can do some shenanigans. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think you're going to have to really look for. You're probably going to have to start making these guys one or the other. If you want to fire and fade, you're taking all missile pods and all plasma rifles. You know what I mean?
You're not firing and fading that often. It's 2 command points. You're doing it maybe once or twice per game.
Yeah, from behind shit with missile pods and plasma rifles. Well, 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 indeed, my friend. All right, take a Cold Start. Take multiples of them.
If you're taking crisis suits, you take the Cold Star. Period. You don't take Farsight. You don't take. I do like how there's no cap on commanders, so you can just have as many commanders as you want.
Yes. Also, if you're taking fire breachers or fire warriors, you're taking a Cadre Fireblade. He adds +1 a shot per guy. It's a big deal. So
I like how his crack shot only applies to him. That makes me sad.
Yeah, that sucks completely. The Crude Shaper, cool. He exists. All right.
Yes, he's so much better now. He has feel no pain, Brad. He has feel no pain.
Good. Crude Shaper, known to die instantaneously.
He has stealth too, so you can stand out in the open.
The Ethereal, who made this model? It looks like he's surprised that somebody grabbed his butt or something. Well, this model's leading you. The model's a unit of a 5 feel no pain. Legit, because he can join. Oh my God. Trash. So that's why I'm moving on, because I got super excited when I saw that. I was like, oh yeah, we'll just have him join a unit.
I kind of feel like you need him in order to get a command point.
Sure.
Because it's not guaranteed.
Onva does a bunch of stuff.
We're just walking away from him. We'll look at Unshi, and the only reason why I'm going to look at Unshi is the fact that he could join Kroot. That's it.
I love that he's a close combat character that has a 6-up save, a 5-up involved.
But he could join Kroot. That's the most important part about this guy. That's it. We can move on.
I do love trash. I love so much trash, but I don't need people leading my trash. But trash should always be unsupervised. So, Dark Strider, +1 a wound on Pathfinders. So
when we review Pathfinders, he's actually pretty strong. Pathfinders.
Yeah. Well, it's going to depend on the costs.
He also has the jamming array, so you can't set up within 12 inches.
Long Strike. I'm always playing Long Strike. I want this particular version of Long Strike because it just looked like he's popping out to tell kids to get off his lawn.
Apparently, Unshi's one of the only guys who have devastating wounds.
Yeah, I am the trash man from Always Sunny. I definitely view that. That is what I identify as.
But I think you take Dark Strider. Now, does the Infiltrator keyword work with transports?
Say it one more time.
Does the Infiltrator keyword work with transports? Like, if I am in a Devilfish with Dark Strider, does it get to infiltrate and scout?
I think so. I'm not 100% on that, though. Because I think they carry over to other units, so I'm pretty sure that this is what happens. Long Strike's still legit, by the way. Plus the fact that this guy right here, literally telling you to get off his lawn, that makes me so happy.
Okay.
Pew pew. Railgun. Pew pew.
You're taking Long Strike. He's fantastic.
Yes. He doesn't buff other units, though, anymore.
He buffs one Hammerhead.
Yeah, but he doesn't buff like a full unit of crisis suits. Strike Team. They can get stuff back. They can take a support turret, an emotional support turret if it's Lyle.
Is it me or did the support turret lose weapon options?
Yes.
Okay.
100%. The new season just got started, Hunter. Love it. Oh, man. Pulse rifles are still decent. You know what I mean? 30-inch gun. They're getting extra shots because you're going to put a cadre in here. I don't hate them. Breachers kind of lost the mojo when they get really close. They get better AP. They just straight up just have strength 6 AP 1 damage. 2 shots apiece. Again, if you put a cadre, we put a cadre in here, pre-rolling wounds. I don't hate these guys. That's a shit ton of shots, to be honest with you. A 10-man squad gets 30 shots.
And then you have the cadre fireblade for 3 more.
So, it's legit. Groot potty.
Look at that. Feel no pain again if they eat something.
If they eat something, they get a 5 of feel no pain, but they have to kill something.
You're taking the shaper for all the... So you get 6 of feel no pain if you take the shaper, then if that unit kills something, then you get 4 of feel no pain.
This book's so bad I have to open up my second die, Dr. Pepper.
All I'm saying is Groot are vastly improved.
Yep, Groot are vastly... You are not wrong, sir. Oh, man.
And then you have the Krutox Riders. Solid. +1 to hit if they're within Groot range.
You know what? I need shots. Oh, man. Do I have shots already up here? Hold, please. There we go. I need Little John and the crew telling me what's up. I might just have to take drinks, just period. I love it. They wrote this index before they created the anti-keyword. Woo! We can take an entire Crude army.
No, they're not battle lines. So you can take 60 Crude, 3 spots of 20. Hear me out. 3 spots of 20, 3 Shapers, 36 Crude Hounds, 30 Farstalkers, and 9 Krutox. And it's probably going to be like 800 points.
Yeah.
I'm totally going to feel that.
100%. Crude meta incoming. Crude potty.
Oh, I already got this on lockdown, boys. I own 108 Crude Hounds.
Why? No one knows. You know what the saddest part is? The Kroot gun from the Krutox Riders is one of the best guns that we've seen so far in the Tau Codex. Seriously, it's 36 inches, 2 shots, strength 7, damage 2.
Yeah.
It's like actually really good.
They lost rapid fire. That's a bummer.
Don't care. Crisis battle suits.
It used to be 48 inches.
Groots. They auto advance 6, which means that they're going 18 because you're putting them with a Cold Star commander.
Yep.
And they have all the exact same guns as the commander did, and they can take up to 3 of them, so that means that they can have 4 guns. So depending on the cost, crisis suits might be amazing, everybody. Amazing. They could be 8 points a model. The guns are free. So...
at what point do crisis suits actually become good?
If they point them well.
If they point them well.
Oh, Jesus. Zoom just crushed me. Tower's so bad they have posters of Tyranid warriors up in their room. We're going to say how bad Tau is, and Crisis are literally going to be like 15 points a guy.
I mean, you get the shield drones, so you give them up to 6 wounds each. They get a 4-up invuln save, and you get 3 guns.
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's still a lot of shots.
No, they could take 3 weapons. They come with a weapon. So here's how it works. Let's look at the warrior options, everybody. So they straight up have a gun. And then any number of models can be equipped with up to 3 of these. So not only do they have this one on the left, then they have 3 other things they can take.
Yeah, but it says each model may not be equipped with more than 3 range guns. So you get 3 guns. You get 3 guns.
Yeah, but you can do 3 guns and a support system. Sorry.
Yeah.
Not 4 things, not 4 guns. I apologize.
I mean, I think you take six crisis. You're not taking an entire army of crisis suits anymore. It's just not going to happen. I think you take a cold star, you give them the lethal hits on Six's ability, and then you just take as many shots as possible, like nothing but burst cannons, and you just fish for sixes to hit.
Or you do a long range army and you do all missile pods or something.
Missile pods and plasma rifles. Yeah.
I'm looking at the Asterisk. I know I can take 4 things. It's 3 guns, but then I can take a gun drone. So I can have technically 4 guns.
You can have 5. You can have 5 guns because you get two drones.
That's true. Double gun drone.
So you're not. You're taking shield drones. All right, so I got a question for you, Brad. With the way that drones have been changed, do you think you actually have to put them on the table now?
I mean, no. I mean, if they buffing your unit, no, absolutely not. If they're like something that can go away, yes. But if not, why would you ever put them on the ground?
They literally just modify the bearer. That's it.
Yeah. Let's talk about stealth suits. Stealth suits are good. They just are. They also have, each time this unit is an observer unit, they also do reroll wounds of 1. Their burst cannons, all burst cannons are a little bit shittier. All fusion blasters are a little bit shittier. Move on. They're good.
Fusion guns and multi-meltas and the fire lances for Eldar, they all went down in range though.
Yeah.
Which stinks.
Ghost Keel. Ghost Keel's cheap. He's going to be awesome.
Yeah, this guy's fantastic. He's reasonably priced.
Yep. Lone operator, stealth, infiltrator. Twice a game, he can just turn damage down to 0. This dude's legit. Also, is with all the rest of the guns, his cyclic Iron Raker is really good. I like this guy. Yeah, Chris has got it. He goes, the dev notes say to put them down to remind you, which implies it's entirely optional. Yes. If they're not something that could be removed, why the hell would you put extra models on the board for no reason? You know what I mean? This guy's got a 36-inch range also. I like this guy.
I think you take, if Fireside team is a reasonably priced, I think you take 3 of them to start.
A billion % you're taking 3 of these. As long as these aren't ridiculously costed, they're 100% going.
I mean, you got some awesome shots with the sniper rifles.
Both of these things, by the way, are lone operatives, which means you just can't target them.
Yeah.
So they can just spot and shoot the entire game. So Ghost Keel, take 3 Ghost Keel and 3 Farsight teams. All right? I'm on it. Pathfinders.
But for some reason, stealth suits are not lone operative. Okay.
Yep. Stealth suits. We already talked about them. Piranhas. Trying to make people take battle shocks. They got scout. These dudes are also legit.
I think you take 3 of them. Just to block people in their deployment zones.
It's 1 to 3 on them.
No, I mean 3 individual ones.
Yeah. Vespids. We're
going to pour one out for Vespids. They used to be in squads of 13. Now they can only be 5.
Meh. Croutons. Croutons are croutons. Get in the way. They scout. They're stealth.
And, hear me out. They get +1 to wound. They're actually better in combat now.
True. Which they're still not doing anything to anyone, but they are +1 to wound. So, also, let's talk about the fact that Ghost Keels and the marksman drones were really good. Also, broadsides. What happened to twin smart missile systems? 3 shots? Boo! Boo! Boo!
I still think you take them.
Because of the heavy rail rifles?
Yeah, 100%.
Devastating wounds.
So the heavy rail rifle, I thought was going to be twin linked, but it's not. It's just still 2 shots. It's heavy, so you can just sit back in the 60-inch range. You can sit back, shoot them. You can use the stealth suits to get reroll ones.
Well, I'm also going to... Dude, I'm telling you, I'm rocking those marksman teams and the Ghost Keels. Love it. Love it. Griptide. Ion Accelerator. Still legit. Can fire if they shoot when they fall back. They can literally straight up say that once a game, apparently, you can do devastating wounds on their ranged weapons.
That makes me sad. I don't know
Ignore.
why that's limited to once per game.
I don't know. Maybe you got a lot of 6s saved up with your miracle dice.
Wait, wrong army.
No problem. I'll use my my fate dice on it. Hammerheads. +1 to hit, +1 to wound against monsters and vehicles. These guys are fine.
Yeah, I mean, I could see taking 3 hammerheads and long strike.
And they come with 2 twin pulse carbines, which is a decent amount of shots.
Or 2 sets of smart missiles.
Their smart missiles are actually, oh yeah, the same.
Well, you get 2 sets of them, Brad.
Ooh.
So it's 6 shots.
Yeah, Ghost Q and Marksman, 100%. Same thing, brother. I think that's where I'm going with this army. Skyray. Also, why is the Skyray like way painted different than the rest of the shit was? But
well, back in the day, it used to be that tan ochre tau scheme, and then they moved to the Sakya pattern, which was the blue, and then now we're in Valora, which is all white. So, yes, they just don't want to repaint the model.
So they get Seeker Missile Racks. I do like the fact that they're no longer just 1 shots. It's 3 shots per turn. Strength 14, AP 3, D6 +1 damage. Skyrays are legit.
So, I mean, last Codex, they weren't 1 shot. They were, I think it was 2d3 shots.
Yeah, I just never took a Skyray. Devilfish. Devilfish or Devilfish? I'll probably take 1 with some bros inside. Razor Shark Strike Fighter.
You're not taking.
Yeah, probably not.
The bomber I can see.
I mean, it doesn't have the 8 shots from the quad iron turret. You know what I mean?
So does the bomber.
Was just the bomber still has it? Yeah.
Oh, it's only 3 shots.
No, it's only 3 shots, man.
But it deals mortal wounds. 3+.
Yeah, 1 mortal wound.
It's for you roll 6 dice.
Yeah, 6 dice. I'm saying you can do up to 6 now. You used to be able to do 10. Is it not? Or
yeah, it was a 10 on 4+.
Tidewell Shield Line. Man, if you can make this thing fit on a battlefield, go for it. It's so big.
Hey, his firing deck though. Firing deck 20, Brad.
Yep.
It's firing deck 20. Got this.
Tidewell drone. You know what? This is another thing that I'm not taking. It's just ridiculously large. Stop giving me fortifications. All right, I'm not even reading through these. I'm going down to the Storm Surge. Because sometimes you got to Gundam this shit up. You can move over small shit, which is big. You can reroll the hit if it's doing other Titanic or Towering things. Ignoring all modifiers, and it has literally a piss ton of guns. Because I think it comes with almost all of these, right? Cluster rocket system, destroyer missiles, pulse driver cannon, 2 twin star missile systems, Tau flamers, blah, 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 blah. Yes. Thunderous footfalls. Wow, I was getting all excited about storm surging. But this is legit. Can he get buffed by the +1?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you can use the greater good.
Yeah, you can use the mark relay. Let's see if you can use any of the enhancements.
Enhance.
So you can, if he's next to Shadow Sun, you get reroll 1s to hit.
Yeah. I mean, this is legit.
Yeah,
so look, I'm gonna shoot 1 billion shots from storm surges, 3 ghost kills, 3 marksman whatever thingies, the teams. I forget what they're called. Marksman drones, yeah. 3 of those, 3 ghost kills. Do I take like 3 storm surges? Or you just take 2, then they mark for each other with the strat. And then just a shit ton of crude body.
You can also take Croup Farstalkers, Brad.
If the points are crazy, this could be an awesome army. If the points aren't crazy, this thing's a trash fire.
if the points are like they are now, you're not. It's bad. If the points are reasonably priced, like you're looking at 30 to 40 points per crisis suit, I think you will do pretty good.
So I do think they take 3 of the Firesight teams, 3 of the Ghost Keels, probably 2 Storm Surges, and a bunch of crude shit. I mean, if the crisis suits are great cost, and we'll take 1 million of them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Let's just hope for free war gear. Free war gear.
Free war gear would be amazing. 100%. I mean, it's going to be dependent on the points.
I guess I'm doing another drink.
Ho! But I think this is better than we were originally saying we were making on, because a lot of the weapons are trash fires now. So, but if it's really reasonably costed, this is going to be fine. Also, 3 Ghost Keels, Long Strike, 3 Ghost Keels, 3 Firesight teams, Long Strike, a Hammerhead, 2 Storm Surges, and trash. There you go.
So I feel like they built this entire army based on the fact that you could get extra shots, turn 3, 4, and 5.
Yes, but you're going to have to keep people the hell away from you for a turn or 2.
Yeah, so I think you just play really passive, right? Like, you can't go all aggressive in Tau. I think you put a lot of stuff in Deep Strike. I think you put a lot of stuff in Strategic Reserves and just play the long game, and then just focus on getting max points and shooting people off the tables turn 3 and 4 or 5.
You know what?
Because when you get to turn 3, like, you're guided. It's
I need people to know this. Next week, I will make a Tau army that will win my game in testing on stream. Put the gauntlet down. I'll make this work.
Actually, I wonder, do crew get all those benefits? Because if they do, that'd be fantastic.
They have to have
Tau Empire models. All right, let's see.
They are Tau Empire, are they not?
I'm going to go double check right now.
Go scroll for that.
Yeah, they have the Tau Empire keyword.
Pew pew. All right, what are we doing next, guys? I love Lagos. I swear to God, Brad, I'm gonna kick you off Tau.
Well, Lyle was not very happy with Tau, so
I'm gonna make it work. What are we doing next, everyone? What index?
I like Orks. Let's do Orks.
Well, you gotta let other people ask. You're with me.
Okay. So while people make a determination what we're going to cover next, we're about an hour in. Make sure you like this show, share it with your friends. Let's get as much feedback as possible on these Xeno codexes so we can determine who's the best, who's the worst, and what everyone's going to be buying.
The best. Somebody make a decision. Nobody? All right. They don't have FTGG. I don't know what that means.
I don't know.
Funky Thunder Grandma's galoshes? What does that mean? First vote, Eldar. Done. We're doing them.
Eldar.
Blam. We already saw strands.
My vote isn't going to survive another faction. Do Eldar. All right. Eldar.
Corsairs, traveling players, 500 points. Inari up to 500 points. So you can do stuff. No Drukhari in the Inari. Sadness. Enhance. Eldari models, Fate's Messenger. After making a hit or a brew, you can just treat the roll as a 6. Seems legit. You can also, each time the bear's unit destroys an enemy unit, roll a d6 and add it to your fate die. That's actually really good, especially if this is like a long range shooting army, a shooting unit. You can select one of your die in your fate roll, re-roll it, and add it back. I don't feel about that. I like the ones that make auto. So, and then Phoenix Gem, you just get back up into 2 up. It's good. Fire and Fade, good. Shoot and declare charges, feign retreat. It's always been good. Bladestorm, still good. Matches agility, super good.
I do like how they have 2 strats to move models back and forth.
Phantasm, super good.
Yeah.
Their strats are buck wild, by the way. Ezerman. Ezerman would suck, except for the fact that he's got a 3-up pinball. He makes Dire Avengers +1 to hit when he's with them. Already did Necrons. Started with Necrons. I gave Necrons hot love.
I think Brad loves Necrons more than Eldar. Is that a hot take, Brad?
Necrons were surprising to me because I thought the reveal was shit. You know what I mean? And then they
super boring.
Yeah, and then they showed us some like really solid units and stuff. I think it's a solid army. Autark, get a CP. I'd rather just have one of the other Autarks, to be honest with you. The Way Leaper or Autark on bike just seems significantly better. You know what I mean? Again, movement's always key. I did love the Necrons more than I love the Tau. Tau are going to depend way too much on points. Necrons, as long as they're not ridiculous pointed, they're going to be a good army. Tau is going to need some point love. But say I'll do that. We can definitely go with dwarves after this. 100%. So Autark's good.
Autark on bike is probably the best one.
Yeah, let's say Autark on bike I think is by far the best one. He also gives an auto 6 to advance for the unit that he joins, which is Wind Riders, which sucks because I really wanted him to join Shining Spears. But that's fine. Avatar. Avatar takes half damage and he adds +1 to advance and charge for everybody around him. He also just drops hot damage on you when he punches you.
I think he's fantastic. I mean, especially the way the dice work now.
Yeah, he's a sick model too. Big Baby B. Sorry, buddy. You did too much nonsense in the last edition. He can make a 6-inch move after he does stuff, after he shoots. And he adds +1 to hit on everybody he's with, which is only Swooping Hawks.
I actually think this guy's still good because if you look at Swooping Hawks, they have the other ability.
Yeah, he's legit. I think both of the pirates are really good, by the way. The Void Weavers and the Wayseers. They have Scout 7. They are rerolling hit rolls of 1. If they're within an objective marker, you can reroll everything instead. They have literally a million special rules in their guns, and they can take a decent amount of that shit. And they just straight up come with power swords, which is not bad. Strength 4 AP2, 2 attacks piece. These guys historically have been really cheap too. The Void Scarred, they pick weirdly enough, they pick one unit to be really good against. I think that's kind of odd, but whatever. So they can also zero out a damage on it, and they ignore cover. And of course, how many people can have mist shields? Is it the whole squad? I think it's just one guy.
Yeah, I think it's just one guy.
Yeah, still decent. Crimson Hunter actually is really nasty against other flyers. Anything that can fly, he's +1 to hit, +1 to wound. He's going to hit and wound on 2s with almost everything. He can take either 2 Star Cannons or 2 Bright Lances. It just comes with a Pulse Laser. Depending on the points.
I think you take the Bright Lances.
Well, you take the Bright Lances for sure, but I'm just saying, like, depending on the points, this guy's good or bad. So, Dark Reapers are still paying for the sins of their fathers.
They're not bad, though.
They're all right, but they're now 2 damage and 1 damage for the Reaper launchers instead of 2 and 3. So
take that guy with a direct. You got this.
Just 1 Tempest launcher, just like that's all you need.
It's 2d6 shots.
Yeah, they're also minimum 5-man squads. So Death Gesture significantly better than those guys.
This guy's fantastic.
Yeah, he's a monster. So his Shrieker Cannon has devastating wounds. He's got 3 shots. He straight up just makes people take battle shock tests and can have precision or sustain hits 3, so triple exploding 6s. And that, of course, is with the fact that you can use Strands of Fate dice with him, so you just like drop a 6 on him and just straight up go, hey man, here's my first shot. Looks like I got 4 hits.
I think you take 3 of them. If he's priced to move, you take 3 of them.
Yeah, this dude's nuts. With Strands of Fate dice, this dude just goes, hey, I'm going to choose precision. Your character's dead. See ya. Just... So I like him. He's good. Dire Avengers. Dire Avengers lost a piss ton of AP. They do have a strat to get some of it back, but that is significant less pew pew mojo.
They're all watching on a 4+ though.
Yeah, with strength 4 guns that are AP1. You're like, hey, you hit me a bunch. Cool. Use as many fate dice as you want. I don't care. I'm going to swap those away like freaking Mace Windu. Just. Eldrad. Eldrad's always a boss. He gives you 3 extra fate dice. He can give you +1 to wound. And he can punch people in the face with anti-infantry psychic weapons. You know what I mean? He does what he does.
I just don't know who you joined him to.
He joins to Guardians, Storm Guardians, and the Warlock Conclave.
No, like what's actually going to keep him alive?
Yeah, I wish he was a lone operator. 100%. I'll probably put him with the Warlock Conclave, to be honest with you. We'll just wander about a little bit. None of this shit has to have line of sight. So, Falcon. Falcon's pretty decent. It no longer has Cloud Strike, which makes me sad because I can't just Deep Strike him on turn 1. But it does have the ability for anybody inside, gets full rerolls to wound coming outside of it.
So what units are going to benefit from that? Because it's not Wraith or Wraith Guard.
No, because you can't put a squad in there because they count as 2. Because it only has 6 capacity for 6. So you're going to put like dragons in here.
I think Fire Dragons. Yeah.
Probably like a Fire Dragon. Anybody that has like a large amount of volume, to be honest with you. So I was debating on that debate. I will figure that out. Farseer on foot wants to be a Farseer on bike. Farseer on bike is really, really good. Guide is really, really good. And having a 14-inch move seems good. And he just turns a die into a 6, which means that he can actually extend out and be where he needs to be to affect those fate dice. So he's legit. Fire Dragons didn't change their range. They're still 12s. They reroll wound rolls and rerolls damage rolls on monsters and vehicles. If you jump out of a Falcon, you will probably just decimate something because they are Melta 3. The only problem is that you're going to have to start, on the board and jump out because you can't really deep strike and get the benefits because I want that Melta 3 if I'm shooting at something. So I'm going to start these on the board, probably in the Falcon. Fire Prism. Obviously, you can just straight up decide that you're going to link fire shit and pew pew.
Are you going to take one, Brand?
No. I hate Fire Prisms so much. You know what? I say that. I played 3 of them at ATC like 3-4 years ago. Fugan.
Look at his lance weapon. Melta 6.
Yes. I'm probably still never taking Fugan for those points. Sorry, bro.
I mean, he can stand back up on a 2+.
True.
That makes him really annoying.
Yeah, but they have always been able to do that. So Fugan's there. Guardian Defender.
He's the only Phoenix Lord who can now.
Right. So Guardian Defenders are Guardian Defenders. You know what I mean? Take a unit of them, put them on an objective, achieve fate dice. So the Hemlock Wraith Fighter.
No.
I mean, it's D6 shots.
We're moving on.
Yeah. Yeah. Banshees. They are no longer +1 to wound. You're going to have to put some buffs on them. Say Doom, for instance. They have less attacks than they had before, with Mirror Swords going down to 6 instead of 10. Do have a 4-up invuln in combat. They are no longer just straight up -1 to hit. These guys are significantly worse than they were. They're not bad, but they're just worse.
I mean, they can advance and charge, and they can charge and fall back, or fall back and charge.
Right.
So they're not bad.
Iliac Night Spear. Now this dude's a motherfucker. The fact that he's just straight up rerolling all wounds, and you can only target him if you're within 12. Big deal, because he joins a unit of Rangers, which also have sniper weapons. So, yeah, everybody's rerolling their wound against characters on this. This dude with a unit of Rangers is actually pretty gross.
Yeah, they're going to murder characters.
Well, also they can't be targeted unless you're within 12. So, yeah, Zoobs has got it right. Rip Banshees. You're probably not taking them. There's so much other good shit. Jane Czar, one of the coolest models in the game. She gets +1 to hit on Banshees. She can make a strat 0. She's got decent stats. She's good, but she doesn't have like fights last or fights first or anything like she used to.
She has fights first.
She has fights.
Banshees and her have fights first.
Am I just missing this?
It's
It's just core. Never mind. Sorry, I apologize on that.
So she can only make heroic intervention.
Right.
3.
Kayron. Kayron's a badass. So he's +1 to hit for all scorpions with him. When he makes a charge move, successful 4-ups are caught as critical hits, which critical hits for him will be exploding 6s. And he's got devastating wounds on anything that's not Titanic. So Kayron's still legit. He's a little bit worse than he was before. He's just got less attacks. But
actually, striking scorpions and Karandros are just dealing so many more wounds. It's not even funny.
100%. Magan Ra got a cool model. Sorry, you're never being used again. Night Spinner, take 3. Holy shit. Fucking Jesus. So, Night Spinners. Doom Reaver, Blast, Devastating Wounds, Indirect Fire, Twin Links, so you're rerolling the wounds. D6 plus 3 attacks, plus if it has Blast, so if you're shooting a larger unit, you get in +1 for every 5. Strength 7, AP 2. And, oh yeah.
AP 0.
AP 0, 2 damage.
Yeah.
And if you shoot somebody and you hit them, they're just -2 to move and can't advance. Not -2 to their advance. Nope, they just don't advance. Screw you.
That is very, very, very good.
Yes.
That's probably the best one of those abilities we've seen so far.
It is super strong.
It works on everybody. It's not limited to like just infantry or vehicles only.
And you straight up can advance too. So like you're literally going, your move -2, don't advance, go screw yourself. Like these are for me an auto 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's just they're just too good. Also,
and the cool thing is though too, Brad, with the monofilament web, it's all of the guns, not just the Doomweaver, right? So if you have a Shuriken cannon, you can shoot that at 1 unit. You can do the Doomweaver at 1 unit, and then just see how it works out with damage wise.
Yeah, I mean, so good. I mean, crazy good. He can. He joins all of the pirates and the Guardians. Prince Uriel. He can.
He's a silly redeploy that you don't like.
He's got silly redeploy because you don't know who goes first. He does add OBSEC +1 to whoever he joins. He no longer has a monocle rule. That really upsets me.
Yeah, he does. The eyebrow.
Yeah, cool. That's his actual shooting attack, which is 1 shot.
He used to 6-inch range. You're totally going to shoot him all game long.
Yeah, screw off. Like I said, he no longer has a monocle rule. Rangers are must-takes. These guys are so good. You're going to join 1 unit to Iliac, and you're just going to not be shot within 12. They've got sniper weapons, which are heavies. You're going to be hitting on 2s if they don't move. And they can
redeploy.
And they got they've got
movement.
No, they got movement. If somebody comes near them, that it's a really good unit. Shadowseer, legit. It just is what it is. Move along. Shining Spears lost 2 inches of movement. Makes me sad. They're -1 to hit. They've got the Lance rule, but their strength went way down. So meh.
You're probably not taking these.
No, probably not. To be honest with you. Shroud Runners. You can just shenanigans people because they can buff people up with lethal hits for somebody targeting. I like the fact that they're like effectively spotting. You're still just taking the scatter laser. You've got the Ranger long rifle on them. They lost the ability to get super buffed up with their save. Their save got 1 billion times worse. So they got stealth, but they no longer have the save buff. Skyweavers. With Suffraglaves seem legit. The fact that Haywires are devastating wounds and anti-vehicle 4. Strong, 3 damage apiece. It's only 2 shots, but still pretty goddamn good. Suffraglaves, still pretty good. Strength 5, AP 1, 2 damage. These guys are decent. Solitaire. Solitaire is a motherfucker. Still. Strength 9. 9 attacks. Strength 6, AP 2, 2 damage. And if he does Blitz, it's 12 attacks, and he adds 2d6 to his movement of 12, and he can always declare a charge in a turn which he advanced.
So you can do your movement, plus advance, plus the blitz, then charge?
Yeah, it doesn't say, like it used to be you couldn't advance when you blitzed. So now it's just...
So he has like a 30-inch plus 2d6 charge range.
Correct.
That's pretty strong.
Yeah. The Solitaire doesn't fuck around.
And he still has a 3 pinball save.
Yep. I'm debating on the spirits here because he can literally join Wraith units. Like, he can just roll with a Wraith Lord.
Yeah.
And while this model is leading a unit in the command phase, you can return a destroyed bodyguard model, which means that he just gets a Wraith Lord back?
No, because it's a unit of 1, so the bodyguard would be dead. But Wraith Guard and Wraith Blades, yes.
Why? Why can't I just bring a Wraith Lord back?
Because you're no longer leading the unit. Your unit's dead.
I mean, I had a destroyed bodyguard model. It was a Wraith Lord.
But he's no longer leading anything, Brad. You do not get a free Wraith Lord back. Stop
Bro,
cheating.
he's totally getting a Wraith Lord back.
He's not getting a Wraith Lord back. Stop cheating.
Pick up the Spirit Stone.
No.
Talk to it.
Bad.
Talk to it.
You're going into prison. Bad. Go in your corner.
Fine. Star Weavers, do a backflip. Get back inside your vehicle. It's legit.
But you're still taking this guy if you're taking Wraith Guard. Period.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be a very hard unit to shift.
Storm Guardians, wish they were even remotely half as cool as Pirates. However, they do get extra strands of fate dice.
They don't even get that.
Never mind. They don't even get that. That's bullshit. Oh, God, they get sticky objectives.
They get sticky objectives.
Oh, Jesus. Go away, Storm Guardians. You suck for 20 years. You've continued to suck for 20 more. So, Striking Scorpions. Striking Scorpions are still super legit. Shit ton of attacks, sustain hits, devastating wounds against anything except for monsters and vehicles. These guys are strong. You know what I mean? I like E. Beep-a-dee-doop, boop, boop, boop. Support weapons. You can pretend that you're going to take other support weapons besides D cannons, or you can be real. These come in units of 1. So take 3 D cannons. Use fate dice on them. Get 3 shots. Do 24 mortal wounds. There you go. There's my advice to you. Do 24 mortal wounds. Make your opponent cry. They're good.
Yeah, no more dice after that.
Bing hog. I mean, you need 3 6s, basically. You can literally put these dudes back in strategic reserve after your opponent's turn. They can do shenanigans.
So, do they come in on the board edge, or do they come in by deep strike? If they go into strategic reserve?
I think they come in on the board edge. I'd have to look at that again because I'm thinking of it is as Ja Rule would say, "Baby, I'm real."
Zoobs, you can sell those off. Don't worry about it, buddy.
I only need 3, brother. Guys are legit. The Vizark, I mean, he wants to be legit.
No one's taking him.
I mean, he's got fights first, and he can join a billion different dudes. But he can join troops. Troops are good. Witches are meh. The Incarn. Incarn's still a motherfucker. And he also, his rule changed slightly. So this model's on the battlefield when another unit is destroyed, just another unit. Basically, anybody dies, he can just beep, but he can only do it once a phase. So,
good. Because it'd be so annoying when he was teleporting 10 times a turn.
You have damage from him. Still legit. Troops. They are +1 to wound, which is good because their weapons aren't as good. So they don't do 2 damage on that. You have to take Eldari power swords from them again. No, sorry, nobody gets +2 damage. That really makes me sad. Where's my Harlequin's Kiss? Where's the Caress? Where's the Embrace? Why are they all doing 1 damage? What is wrong here?
Brad needs to be touched a little bit. I feel like he's missing human touch.
And then added a lot of words to the Night Spinner. True, Lyle. I like the fact that GW's definitely been communicating with everybody on the electronic version here and just making tons of changes and telling absolutely no one. Exactly. Your card's like legit. Troop Master's legit too. He gives devastating wounds to all of your guys in a unit that he joins, which he can join troops because he's a Troop Master. Weird. He masters the troops. Void Weavers. They got nerfed pretty goddamn hard. They're never coming back from it. Vipers. Vipers are cheap. They get a gun. They do what Viper stuff does. It's legit. Warwalkers. Warwalkers are Bonkers Town. Warwalkers are T7. They've got a 4-up invuln. And they've got 2 Bright Lances, because that's what you're taking.
-1 to wound, but only units of 1.
Only units of 1, so you're taking 3 of these, like, for sure.
Yeah.
Conceal Reveal just is man out, because they that's all they get also. They don't get I'm a little bummed that the Skyrunner doesn't get Jinx. Gets Conceal Reveal. Man, I probably won't take this guy, sadly. Quicken Restrain. Quicken is no longer a move.
Good.
It's just a straight up auto
Good.
6 advance.
Dumb.
I will literally never take this guy. So,
I mean, you will in the Warlock Conclave for Eldar.
yeah, just to literally have somewhere for him to go. So, Speiders are Bonkers Town. They're just good. Flamer that has devastating wounds seems good. They also can just flicker jump 24 inches. Seems legit. I would probably take these guys 3 units. When I say probably, I say I'm 1,000% going to take 3 units of them.
So, all right, can we acknowledge something here? So, I'm reading the entire book with you, and all the stuff that's in metal or Finecast, fantastic. All the stuff they just released new plastic sculpts for, trash tier.
You're not wrong.
Like, am I wrong? Like, why do you... Warp Spiders are older than Lyle, right? If you don't own these already, they're, like, so damn expensive. They're impossible to get. Like, how are you fielding these?
Very carefully.
Okay. I just love how all these metal and Finecast models are the best thing since sliced bread in this book. And then all the new plastic models that just came out, what, a year ago? Trash tier.
Yeah. Zubas has got a good point on that. Falcons can transport Eldar infantry as that 5 troops and a troop master, because the troop master gives them devastating wounds, and the Falcon would give them... is it against all the range weapons? I would have to go back on. Everybody had a comment, then Barsati came out with Arta Woloblebleb. Are you being attacked right now, brother?
No, that's a company. I think it's a Polish company. They make resin models.
I thought he was being choked out. Someone call the police. Webway Gate. This is literally hot trash, and I'm sad that I have one.
Okay, I just want to applaud GW on the fact they clearly explain how to deploy this now, so people are doing stupid shenanigans.
Oh my god! By the way, I never did that. I hated that so much when people were trying to cross it. Ugh.
Like people are doing that at tournaments to me, and I'm like, dude, that is totally not how this is supposed to be. You know it, I know it. I don't care. You do you, but it's not an arch, okay?
Windriders. Shit ton of shots. Windriders are Windriders. They've always been pretty decent. You know what I mean?
I think you give scatter lasers.
I like it too. Just the 36 inches. You know what I mean? Shuriken cannons have sustained hits though, so exploding 6s. So can't go really wrong with that either. I mean, these are good. Whatever gun you put on them is going to be good enough. You know what I mean?
Not the catapult. Get out of here.
Yeah. Wraith Blades. These are 1,000,000,000% depends on the cost. They've been overcosted forever now. They do fight on a 4-up, fight on death on a 4-up. You can either take the ghost. It's a sword, right? It's ghost axe and force shield. Yep. You can take an axe and a force shield. It gives you 2 less attacks, but it does give you a 4-up invuln, so I think that's kind of just the way to go. So
why would you take the swords over, Nate?
It just gets more attacks. That's it. Wraithguard. Pew pew punch punch. Actually,
these guys are fantastic, actually.
Pew pew. I like the fact that once per battle, you can literally just make that a pistol.
Once per battle round.
Once per battle round. My bad.
Yeah.
Wraith cannons having devastating wounds is pretty hilarious. So, these guys are 2-up save. You can get one back. I mean, if you're taking Wraithguard or Wraith Blades, you're taking the Spirit Seer. Just seems good. Yeah, I mean, 100%, Chris. It's just all of them have been way too expensive. And so you're definitely taking that. You need the 4-up. Hey, let's look at the Wraith Knight. He's
This guy's a
still.
beast.
You are high on crack cocaine. Are you insane?
He's a beast. He's got this.
He literally doesn't come with a gun.
Yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't. This
heavy
model is
cannon.
equipped with Titanic Ghostglaive, Titanic Feet, Scatter Shield. If you want a gun, you'll lose your freaking invul.
You got this.
Why? Why, GW? Why?
Hey,
Jesus.
he's making a comeback, Brad.
He's not making a comeback. He's sitting on my shelf still. We have 4 of them in the basement.
That's what I'm saying. He's making a comeback right now.
I mean, this dude punches people pretty damn well. It's going to depend.
Look at his sweep attack. 15 attack,
Yes,
strength 8, AP2.
he has a great sweep attack, but if he's night costed, then he's just going to get his ass kicked by other knights. When knights go, cool. I noticed that you took a gun and lost your invul. Let me go ahead and pick you up. God damn it, Wraith Knight. He has objective control 10, which makes me happy. He can jump over stuff. If this guy's cheap, I'm taking him because the model's sweet and the fluff is amazing. It's literally cyclically linked twins that run this thing. So, yes, I want it to be awesome.
When was the last time he was cheap? When was the last time this guy was on the table?
7th edition.
Yeah.
Wraithlord. Wraithlord's going to be a boss if he's even remotely costed well. 10 wounds, T11, moves 8, decent weapon options. If you're taking a Ghostglaive on this dude, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He either gets a sweep attack for 8, 8 at strength 7, AP 2 damage, or he gets those 4 attacks at strength 10. Wraithlord's cool.
I think you take the flamers and just run them up.
Yeah, 100% KR. The double dice would be fantastic, but it's just if he kept his invul. So Wraithlord, really, really good. I think this is really good. I mean, it's going to depend a bit on the points.
Another drink.
But Yvraine is a crone sword. The Sword of Sours, and it finally at least is pretty decent because it used to just be a power sword. Well, she's leading unit. Models in that unit have a 5-up Feel No Pain, which is pretty legit. She can bring back people that she was with. She also could join like just a shit ton of stuff. She has a lot of options. I like her quite a bit because she can join any of the pirates, any of the Eldar troops, and witches. So,
yeah, I think you put her in Harlequins. Take a 10-man unit or a 12-man unit.
Yeah, I like her a lot. So I think she's really, really good. She's also got good attacks herself. She brings people back. Like I said, she gives a 5-up Fatal Pain. She's legit. Skywinter Conclave. They can make people protect. -1 to wound. I don't hate this. That's about it. So, same thing, guys on foot. Get the exact same thing. And that is it. All right. We're going to dwarves next. That was the ads.
That was the request.
Kazam! We already saw grudge tokens +1 to hit or +1 to hit and wound. You basically can get 3 CP if you go over and beat the shit out of somebody, which I think is probably going to happen pretty quickly. What'd you think about their strats? They've got the ability for you to fall back and shoot and charge, which I thought was super good. You can have double exploding 6s if they have 2 judgment tokens on them.
That seems really good.
Yeah, I thought that was really good. You can do +1 AP, which I thought was okay. You know what I mean?
They lowered the AP across the board, so that's always a nice pocket one if you have an extra CP.
Yeah, they also have the reactive reprisal is really nice, but it's 2 CP. It's just one more thing that gives you an extra activation in your opponent's turn. And anytime you get extra activations, it's good. See you later, Chris. Take it easy, brother. So, Void Armor, They, you can get AP -1. Enhance. Add judgment tokens if it kills shit. I don't know how I feel about
I don't
that.
think that actually works because it's worded poorly in the
Yeah.
command phase, and it ends in the command phase.
Uh,
It's not to the end of the turn.
yeah, that's so weird. Wayfarer's Grace, you just get back up at a 2+. I think that's good for if you have a character that you put a lot of juice on.
Mm-hmm.
Uthar, the Destined, still really good. You can basically change a wound or a damage roll to a 6. Strong.
He's good with a devastating wound gun.
Well, he's also got my favorite defensive thing. Each time attack is allocated to this model, change the damage characteristic to 1. It's good.
Seems pretty good.
Throws tokens on people. Excuse me, he's got a 5+ invuln.
4 pinball, but yeah.
Sorry,
5 wounds.
sorry. When he leads a unit, I apologize. He gives 5+ invuln to a unit. So Uther's good. He joins Terminators and Warriors. Paul is the Diet Coke of Uther. Gives lethal hits to a unit he does. Adds judgment tokens to people. Also puts 5+ invuln when he's leading a unit. Or you can do teleport crest on people. So he can join either one. So
which one are you taking? I actually rather take the call because he does the same stuff, but he gives more shots.
True. I mean, it's either one of these actually is pretty good. I like the champion quite a bit. They took his attacks down. I wish the mass hammer had just a few more attacks. Because sitting on 3s, doing big damage, I'll probably just take the 6 attacks. You can reroll charges if he's leading you, and then he gives a couple extra mortal wound damage. So that's legit.
And he gives out deep strike. This guy seems pretty good too. I would take the mass hammer,
it's depending on whether you take the teleport, because you can't have both. The problem right now is going to be we're going to see the same thing in the Terminators. You can either have a 4+ invuln or you can deep strike, because you replace your crest. So you literally
gotcha.
you either get a teleport crest or you get the 4+ invuln crest. I do think that's a pretty big weakness on that, unfortunately. Grimnar now just straight up gives you +1 toughness. Semi legit. I don't think it's worth taking my character slot, to be perfectly honest with you. The Iron Master adds +1 to hit, and he can regen dudes. So if you're bringing vehicles, legit. If not, not as legit. Hearthkin Warriors. I think the Hearthkin Warriors are actually way better than they used to. They got sticky objectives. They ignore cover. They can have comms arrays, so you can get some stuff back. Mm-hmm. I'm definitely just taking a med pack, so I get a feel no pain of 6+. And the thing about it is they can actually get 2 guys in the 10-man can take. So you can get the med pack, you can get the comms, you can get the pan spectral, but you can also take 2 special weapons on this, which I like quite a bit. So I think this is decent.
Which guns you thinking for special weapons?
The thing is that they have some big weapons. Depends where you want to shoot from, because you have the missile launcher, which is legit. You can take 2 Magna rifles, which are only 18 inches, but they are strength 12, AP 3, 3+ D3 damage. You take 2 of those. They're also heavy, so if you didn't move, they're +1. They also do devastating wounds. I was wondering about that. So, great question, brother. Can the call take 1 crest and the unit take the other, or does it not work like that? I do think that it actually works like that, though, because I think he gives... We were saying that I think that keywords transfer over when someone's leading. So if he takes the teleport crest and the unit has the 4+ invuln, he wouldn't have a 4+ invuln, but the unit would. So
Which is probably fine.
I think that's how it works. And if that's the deal, then you're definitely going to take a character with teleport and put it in your Terminators.
I think that's what you have to do. And that's how it looks like it works to me.
Agreed. And this is them. So basically they themselves have to choose whether they deep strike or have invuln, but I think that you can do the character trick with that. They do have, I think they take disintegrators now, because they used to just take the plasmas, but it's only 1 shot. It's not rapid fire. I might just take the Volkite disintegrators because it has devastating wounds. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, so they come with the plasma gun and the grenade launchers, and the concussive gauntlets. So, and they can swap out. Everybody can take their concussive gauntlet or plasma gauntlet for a concussive hammer if they want to get that 3 damage out there. Lose an AP and gain an attack, lose a weapon skill. The Crestus on the Sergeant? Hold on. Just the Sergeant has a 4-up? Well, that's bullshit. That's weird. So these guys just don't have an invul? That makes me sad. I didn't even realize. I just assumed that was on the unit. Again, reading is hard.
I mean, we're only looking at how many data sheets in the course of a given day?
I was just about to say, I did have to look at a million different things. I kind of had to speed this up because it started this morning and I had to read, all of them.
It's all rolling together at this point.
Kind of. Zerks. Zerks are still really good. Feel no pain. They now just don't auto fight on death, but they do fight on death on a 4. They can do shenanigans to you with their grenade launcher because they can shake you down, which is not bad. They have the ability to, again, use 3 damage or strike or sweep. So I like this quite a bit. I still think the Zerks are really good. Pioneers. Pioneers are still really good. You can literally just take these guys the hell off the board. If they're within battle edges, I like that a ton.
Mm-hmm.
Also, they still have a piss ton of shots. These guys are going to be just fine. They have all of the shots, yes. So I think these guys are going to be good. Pioneers are just good. Pioneers stayed good. Pioneers, I think, are probably as good as they are now. I'm trying to make sure that I'm not missing anything.
Do they not have the random guy with 4 wounds?
He doesn't get the 4 wounds anymore. He just gets the gun. So
good. That was annoying too.
Yeah, I mean, these guys are good. So Pioneers still good. Sagittar, Scout 6, super good. Can't do a charge, but I love the fact that you can move guys up and then get out and get around corners and see shit. This is a good vehicle.
I mean, what are you putting in here, though? If you can't charge out the transport after dancing?
I might just take troops and stuff, man. The troops have a decent gun, especially if you put judgment tokens on them. You know what I mean?
And you can split the squad in half, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you've got the beam cannon and the twin bolt cannon. So, I think this is legit. I would rather just go with the volume of shots. I'd like that right now. Yeah. So, it's 12-inch move still. T10. You know what I mean? 9 wounds. This is a legit vehicle. Thunderkin. Overwatch is on a 5-up. These guys are good still. I mean, they're T6 also. Bolt Cannon has 3 shots, strength 6, AP 1, 2 damage, and it's sustained hits. The Graviton has D6 shots, which I'm always afraid to fire D6, but it is anti-vehicle 2, and it's got blast on it just in case you want to fire it at something else. You know what I mean?
And I mean, that's going to be great for clearing out infantry. Yeah.
I mean, it's both. That's what I'm saying. It's anti-vehicle too. So I probably will always take the Graviton Blast Cannon. Can I put the Graviton Gas Planet on everybody? Yes. So. Yep. Just want to make sure. I think that's probably the superior gun, to be perfectly honest. It's just good. Now, the Conversion Beamer can get sustained hits D3, but I think I'd rather have the ability to shoot hordes of things and be anti-vehicle. Also does 2 damage apiece, and it's AP2. I think these guys are fantastic. You're going to just bring them into reserve and just shoot people off the board edges.
Yep.
Land Fortresses. I do like the fact that you can literally, after this model is shot, select one enemy unit scored 1 or more hits against until the end of the phase. Each time a friendly model that disembarks this transport, reroll all wounds. So, again...
Seems good.
Yeah. Same thing. These guys are still really good. You know, you got the Magna Rail doing pistons of damage. It also comes with several shots, ion cannon, auto cannon, 2 twin bolt cannons, and, ignore cover. It's, this is still good.
No vulnerable save though. That's it.
No invulnerable save, and that is the whole shebang. I think these units were fine. You know what I mean? I think that most of your army is almost always going to be +1 to hit, +1 to wound. So I think that's a big deal. You obviously aren't getting. It's still worse than obviously just skipping the wound phase, but I think that these guys are still legit.
It makes it more enjoyable to play against. It feels really bad when you just have, oh, here's 3 judgment tokens, all right, and our Reaver squad.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel good.
So, do we want to go Dark Eldar, GSC, or Orks? Now, Jesus Christ, we have so much shit to go over.
These are all gigantic. But...
I might need to take a break and then come back. You guys are killing my soul. We've been going for like 2 hours.
You want to take a 5-minute break?
I want to take like a 10-minute break. I want to do one more codex and then I'm for sure taking a break and then going.
Well, let's do the one that is the shortest. How about that?
Which
one? It's probably not Orks.
No, Orks is gigantic.
Dark Eldar is 54 pages. GSE is 50 pages. So GSE.
And doing a show at 7. Yeah, I know. I also have to do 2 coachings between now and then. Luckily, I moved a lot of things to Friday. I usually have no coachings on Friday, and I'm now doing like a billion coachings on Friday because the points are coming out tomorrow.
And we still have Death Guard because you promised Death Guard.
Oh, Jesus, yes.
You're making false promises, Brad.
I make no false promises. I try to do things and then I die.
All right. Why don't we take a break? Let's take 5 minutes. Do you have a waiting screen or anything?
Yeah, I'm gonna put us on the wait screen, everybody, and then I'm going to. You know what? I need to be psyched up, so I am gonna do Orks.
All right, let's do Orks and let's take a 5-minute break.
We're gonna take a 5-minute break and then we'll be right back.
All right. I'm ready. Let's do Orks. I need to buy a new chair, by the way.
Back in the saddle again.
Whoop, whoop.
I'm so refreshed by that 5 minutes. I'm a new man.
I had to top off my booze, so I'm ready to go.
Put the shots out there. Shots. Everybody.
Shot,
I'm going to let everybody know how I feel about this. This is literally how these going over these indexes feels. The full SpongeBob list going on forever. All right. Are we ready for Orks?
I'm ready. Corey,
are you ready?
I think everyone's excited about Orks. I have no idea if they're good or bad. I just am excited about them.
All right. Kareen still does Kareedy stuff. Orks fighting on death. 5
Seems
up.
strong.
5s are critic, explode eggs. Mob rule. Seems legit. Art as nails. -1 to wound. Here we go. I don't like that it's not reroll. It's just add 2 to advance and charge. I mean, that's pretty decent. Oh, Wog banners. We're not even to the Wog banner, you crazy person. Follow me while the bear is leading you to add +2 to move.
Seems good.
Seems good. You can declare a charge if you fell back. But melee weapons, extra attacks and devastating wounds, legit. Then 4 final pain to that model. Let's go. I love
it's only that one model, though. There's probably not many attacks.
Yeah. I do love that they just randomly started with a battle wagon again, because sometimes we do this in alphabetical order, and sometimes we don't.
Sometimes it's just whatever order they felt like that day.
Whatever you do.
Firing deck 22. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Also, the fact is, unless Ard Case is like crazy expensive, I'm just taking it. +2 to toughness?
Why?
No. If I'm not firing out, if this is just me being a transport for people, I'm for sure doing that. Like if this is just putting a billion boys inside so I can go beat the shit out of somebody, why the fuck do I want to be able to fire out? Am I shoot my sluggers?
When is toughness 12 going to give you the toughness 10 can't? The vast majority of these weapons are either going to be strength 9, and then if they're anti-tank, they're like strength 14.
Dude, you're going to be surprised at this.
So Gaskell takes up 18 spots in the battle wagon.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, he's not. You think it's a joke, but Gazgul Thraka takes up 18 models in the battle wagon.
Why?
Gazgul's got a big old butt. Oh yeah. I love it. It can transport Gazgul and 4 guys. So Gazgul's like, "Hey guys, scooch over. Hey, come on, scooch over, man."
Can even no, is that including his little grot boy? Isn't he an extra model?
No, it just says straight up Gazgul. Gazgul Thraka takes up the space 18 models.
No, but doesn't he come with a bodyguard of that one grot?
He just shows up. Makari just is included.
Oh, okay.
He rides on his shoulder. He's like a Jabba's guy. Beast Snagger boys. They're legit. Each time they target a monster vehicle, you reroll hits. Full rerolls to hits on big stuff. From bros that are bringing the pain. Strength 5, AP 1 damage. Legit. Big boy gets the power snapper. I'm down with this. Beast Snaggers. Beast Boss. When he makes a charge move, he has devastating wounds. I kind of wish that he made everybody have devastating wounds, like the Troop Master, but meh. Scroll, because why would you take a Beast Boss when you could take a Beast Boss on Squingosaur, bro? That's a dinosaur.
The best way to go about it.
100%. Rerolling charges. Heroic Intervention for 1 CP. He's got Anti-Monster 4, Anti-Vehicle 4. The Squeezosaur Jaws have devastating wounds. Extra attacks. This dude has a total of 9 attacks, like he does now. He doesn't fuck around.
So if we're giving that guy the devastating wounds enhancement, he's the one getting it.
Enhance. Yeah, because he does mad mortals, bro.
Oh, just absolutely destroying vehicles.
Big mech and mecha armor. This dude's actually badass. So he rerolls 1s. He can return destroyed bodyguards to his unit, which is pretty badass.
Mega Knobs too. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's bringing dudes back. I actually think this dude's badass. Yeah, man. Doesn't have a ton of attacks, but super durable. 2 up, you're going to give him a custom force field. While the bear is leading a unit, models in the unit have a 4 up invuln save against range attacks. Legit.
Strong.
Yeah. So I think he's a bad dude. Big mech with custom shield. Unfortunately, he doesn't give it to everybody. He only thing is his once a game thing, instead of making everybody have it, he improves his units to have a 4 up. Yeah. So
Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad. Big mech with shock attack gun. Does anybody remember when you could shoot yourself out of the shock attack gun? Because I love doing that.
Those are good times.
So he's not a lone operator either. Oh, seriously? Hold on. We got to go back to the Big Mac or Beast Boss. He's not a lone operator. What the shit? Oh, come on, man. He's the coolest dude on the round. That's bullshit. Now I'm just sad.
I'm still taking him because he's still on a dinosaur. He can't be that expensive.
That's nonsense. Big Ed Boss Bunka. What? It's just a fortification with a firing deck. I mean, it kind of depends on what kind of terrain we have, because I think
I've seen this one time on the table.
Yeah, I'm just moving on. Blitz Bomber. Corey, you ruined. I'm not even mad. I'm just disappointed. You've ruined my day.
Unit. On a 4+, it suffers D6 mortal wounds.
Yeah.
So what would you have, Brad? Would you have roll 6 dice, and on a 3+, they take 1 mortal wound, like the Tau Flyer? Or would you rather have this? On a 4+, they take D6?
I'd rather do at least something, because you could do nothing. Yeah, I mean, I'd always want guaranteed something.
I mean, neither are guaranteed.
Sure, they're not guaranteed. One has a pretty big chance. How about that? Womp womp. This makes me sad. I do like that the super shooter is exploding sixes, you know. So, I don't know how I feel about this. Boom Daka the Snaz Wagon. I want this to be good because I just want to say that I have a Snaz Wagon on the board. He's minus
Hey,
1.
remember that time that people had 9 of these?
They didn't have Snaz Wagons. They had
9 of them?
No,
Now
that's
they're only
the
1.
other one. So he is Assault Rapid Fire 4. So he's got 16 shots at 12 inches with exploding sixes. I'm just shooting this just so I can take 16 shots with exploding sixes because I like rolling dice. This makes me happy. Wog, Mr. Bond. Boss Snickrock. Boss Snickrock is always good. I don't even care if he doesn't. He isn't good. He actually has precision on his melee attacks, which is pretty sweet, and they're rerollable. He is damage 2 also, so he might actually murder some characters. They always have the benefits of cover. In the movie, once per battle in the movie phase, instead of making normal move through model, you can remove it from the battle and set it up again, which is nice. Boss Snickrock's all right. He's not Boss Zagstruck, though, who no longer has 8 attacks. He's got 6 attacks. They're still strength 8, AP 2 damage. When he's leading a unit, which is Storm Boys, just want to make sure I wasn't losing my mind. They're +1 to hit. He can reroll charges in a turn, which he's set up from reserves. He's legit. He also has Feel No Pain.
Seems good.
I mean, he's been cheap for forever, so hopefully he keeps that. Boys are boys. See, you can reroll tests on Battle Shock. I don't like that at all. I was kind of hoping they'd be sticky. I'd rather just bring Beast Boys, to be perfectly honest. These guys are decent. Boys are boys. You know what I mean? They're going to do boys stuff.
They actually moved
Boys.
6 inches now.
Yep, yeah, that is true. Rerolling room rolls are 1. If they're on a target objective, you can reroll all wounds. That's a big deal, man, when you're talking about flamers. The fact that these are flames that are full rerolls to wound, as someone that's played a lot of salamanders, the full rerolls to wound on flamers is legit. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, you just put him in a unit or his vehicle with a firing deck.
100%. Yes. Like, just literally zoom up, murder shit the stuff on something on an objective. I like Burner Boys quite a bit. Burner Bomber. I do not like this quite a bit. It's decent. It has a decent amount of shots. They also have you roll a d6 for each model in the unit. For every 6, you get a mortal wound. It sounds really good if you're driving over hordes, I guess.
If you're hot rolling, maybe.
Yeah, I'm just saying. They've got a lot of shots in their regular shots, so meh, you know what I mean? It's all BS5 as always. Daka Jet. The Daka Jet also comes with 2 twin super shooters, an armored hull, and you can actually get a third as usual. Super shooters are a ton of shots because it is rapid fire 2 with exploding sixes. It is twin links, so you're basically getting 18 shots at 18 inches. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I like some of the other stuff better. Death Dreads. You can just make people take Battle Shock tests, which is legit. It also has a 2-up save. Like, these guys are kind of cool. So, I like it. The attacks characteristic of this weapon is increased by 1 for each additional Dreadclaw the model is equipped with, and they can get how many Dreadclaws?
Looks like 2.
2.
Or let's see, 4. Up to 4. Oh, up to 3.
Up to 3. So, that's legit, man.
All right, hold on. 2 Dreadclaws, and you replace the 2 big shooters with 2 more Dreadclaws. So you get 4 claws, but no guns.
Yeah, so you get 3. I mean, it's a lot of
So you get 4.
Yeah, it's a lot of punchy. It's strength 10 AP2, 3 damage. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so 8 swings. Not bad.
I like the Dreadclaw. Death Killer Wartrike. The guy on the largest base in 40k. And he can lead Warbikers. Holy shit, talk about somebody that takes up a lot of space. They can go 6. You can pop the strat for advance and charge. They're +1 to hit. I don't mind this dude at all. He's also strength 10 AP2, 2 damage. I mean,
Seems good.
it's good. So Defcoptas, my literal favorite thing in the game. I love Defcoptas so much. Spinny blades, baby, 6 attacks apiece, strength 5, damage 1. Every time you make a normal move, you can select somebody you went over. And on a 4-up, they take a mortal wound. I'm down with that. It's just extras. So you just have to clip somebody too, then everybody gets to roll for it.
Yeah, you just take the missiles, the rockets.
Yeah. I'm definitely taking rockets. You know what I mean? D3, they're the same as they are right now. D3 apiece, strength 9, AP2, 3 damage. They lost some AP, but whatever.
So once again, they're vehicles and they have the 5 keywords. They can't jump over walls as easily.
Yep. Flash gets goddamn shooty pirates. Arg. Each time a model is shooting targets the closest sensible target with a snaz gun, they are attacks characteristic of 4 instead of 3. It's a big deal, man. And you can give them lethal hits with your ammo runs. This is a good unit, man. You know what I mean? It's also heavy. These guys can be, if they don't move, they're hitting on a 4. You know what I mean?
24-inch range hitting on 4, 6 is exploding. Hey, not bad.
Yeah, I'm saying 60 explode, damage 2 guns. I mean,
and they have full pirate hats. That's the most important.
Again, they have pirate hats. That's what I'm saying. If you don't like flash gets, well, you're probably,
communist.
You're a communist for sure. Gazgul, we've already seen Gazgul. Gazgul is a big fat butt, takes up 18 spots, can join Meganobs. The Gorkanaut. The Gorkanaut has all of the shots with the Mega Shootout. I love the fact that it's rapid fire 10. So 30 shots at 18 inch range. Still hitting
shots.
Everybody.
I mean, it's what?
I love that Carmona's calling me and I'm on a thing right now. So we're not talking to Carmona. I will tell him to just watch the stream.
This guy does have a ton of shots. So he comes with a Mega Shooter, 2 rocket launchers, a Scorcha, and 2 big shooters. He's getting all the guns, Brad.
Yes, and he also has a shit ton of attacks. His sweep attacks are still multi-damage, so he has 15 attacks that do multi-damage, 2 damage. Or he's got 5 that do 6 damage. I mean, the dude's legit. He does have a 3-up save and only a 6-up invuln, so he is going to be picked up. So...
He's got 20 wounds, though.
True. And he is T12. So, I mean...
He's not bad.
He's not bad. We'll see the price on that. Gretchen.
Making me do a drink again.
Yep.
Hey, this guy can walk over walls, though, Brad.
I love that they are... Toughness 2. On a 4-up, you're getting CP if they control it. Gretchen or Gretchen. Take some Gretchen.
You're taking them. You need to get those CP.
So, Hunter Rigs. I like the stick cannon is still sweet. I like that they changed it up instead of like you can't move away from them. If the bear selects the target, you shoot this and then you charge them, you get +2 to charge. It's actually kind of cool. You're just auto making charges almost. You know what I mean? And it's got, as usual, a shit ton of attacks. These are all extra attacks.
14 attacks. Nice.
14 attacks, you know what I mean? At decent strength. A lot of them, 10 of them are multi-damage. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, John. Corey pointed that out, that he wasn't a lone operative. There's been a billion misprints so far. I have to assume that's a misprint or that dude's just getting insta-dead. Yes. So, Hunter Rig also has a firing deck 21. And
Beast Snake Boys aren't shooting, though. They're terrible at shooting.
True. But it has it.
Yeah.
Captain Badrock. He's joining them flash kits, baby. And he's full pirated out. Each time the model needed makes a range attack, you can reroll the hit. So he's rerolling all hits. They have exploding 6s. And
on 4s. This guy is a major unit enhancer.
Yeah.
For that unit.
I'm definitely taking him with them. Captain Badrock, he's a pirate. 2, he's a pirate. And 3, full rerolls. So, I mean, if 1 and 2 didn't get you, 3 definitely should have.
Is he a pirate, Brad?
He's a pirate. I feel like you should refer back to 1 and 2.
That's pretty cool. He's a pirate.
So, Captain Badrock, yes. Kill rig. Kill rig. Is it no longer a character? No, it is not. Vehicle transport, psyker, beast snagger, kill rig. There's so much anti-psyker stuff though that I'm really worried about taking a big vehicle that can get smoked.
There really haven't been though. Now that we're looking at all these other entries, what has anti-psyker?
A lot. I mean, a lot of guns have had it. I mean, we've had a lot of different guys that have had it. Flash gets in a gargantuan squig equal good times. I agree with this. We'll get to that. You can do some mortals. Just go to kill cans. Yeah. I mean, kill cans. The man.
Squads of 6.
Yes, I was just going to say.
Killicans.
Yes, I know. I mean, if these dudes are cheap, you're just going to spam the board with them.
Shoot. I get +1 hit. Or no.
Ignore cover. I mean, commandos still have infiltrators, and they gain stealth. So -1 to hit. They still have
That's funny. The Killicans can shoot other units in their own army.
Yep.
There's a lot of shenanigans you can do with that. Try to fish for ones.
I do like the distraction grot. They still have bomb squigs also. Big deal. These guys are badasses. You know what I mean? They're all Slugger Choppa. A bunch of attacks. Big boy has a big Choppa. Go for it. You know what I mean?
I don't think they're as verbal as they used to be, though.
No, but they got stealth and they have infiltrate. They're still just worth taking. You know what I mean? Anybody that's forward to play is always going to be pretty decent. I like the custom.
He has 15 Killicans. You got to get another box there, boy. Run 18.
That's weak. So those are rookie numbers, Joe. 15.
I mean, if you're going to bring it down, you might as well do it as much as possible.
Yes. You want to give up the maximum. Corey gave up 62 on Bring It Down.
Good thing it's capped.
Booster Blasta, it's still the worst of the buggies. Let's just move on with that. Luda! I like the fact that if you're shooting someone on an objective marker, full rerolls. They reroll ones built in. So they're legit. Def guns.
Yeah, they only hit on 6s.
But they're heavies. So they get +1 and they get rapid fire 1. So they get 24 inches. They get 3 shots. And you can join. Who can join these guys?
I don't think anyone so far. Or I think I'm mech actually for an invulnerable thing.
And can they? It's just the spanners that can get different guns, right?
Yeah.
Because looters are just def guns. Yeah.
Correct.
So what does this come with? I can get 3 spanners in here though. Again, commandos can't be Overwatch. That is legit. Mad Doc Grotznick, the dude that you just don't want doing any doc things on you, because, well...
Is this your doctor, Brad? I feel like this is your doctor.
I have so many doctors, but I feel like this is about their effectiveness, so... Using the Erdy syringe on me. It's extra attacks, it's anti-infantry 4, precision, so, you know...
So question for you, and I guess the chat too. If something already has sustained hits, and the army-wide ability is sustained hits, do you get extra sustained hits, or is it just whatever sustained hits one?
I think you just gain the roll.
So you don't get it twice?
I don't think you get it twice. I don't know. I could be completely wrong on that. I've been wrong. I'll be wrong again.
I don't know, so that's why I'm asking chat. So, chat, someone could tell me that. That'd be really cool.
He does give his unit a 5 up, feel no pain, and they can make a charge when he falls back. He also can join almost anybody, including Ludas.
I can see that.
Just put these guys in a vehicle, have them drive around. Mega Knobs! Mega Knobs or Mega Knobby?
No one knows. We need an FAQ for that, Brad.
Also, Devastating Wounds on a turn when you call a WOG. That's a big deal because they have a lot of multi-damage weapons. Especially twin kill saws, which are twin linked. But let's go with the Power Claw. Old Faithful. The combat weapons now are Devastating Wounds, Rapid Fire 1, Anti-Infantry 4, so you can get a decent amount of mortals here.
Not when they're hitting on 5s.
Oh, they're going to hit every time there works. You just have to believe.
Oh, okay. Believe in yourself.
100%.
You'll roll more sixes.
Each time this model ends a charge move, you do mortals like you've always done with the scrap jet. It's legit. It doesn't do as many mortals as it did before, but rocket cannon, firing rockets at people never feels bad. When does it come with 2 wing missiles again? Rocket cannon,
just one pair or just one set.
just one missile. Okay, it's still decent. I mean, depending on the points. Yeah, I would say KR goes, Custos players are wondering since Kata plus other rules hope it stacks. Yeah, true story. Mech does mech stuff. You're boring, Mech. You're boring.
How do you give +1 to hit to vehicles?
I don't hate that. You know,
you put them with the Morkonaut, right?
You know what I really want to be good? Bubble chuckas.
All right, let's see if your dream will come true.
I love that. If you shoot something that has 10 or more bottles, you reroll hit rolls a 1. Bubble chuckas aren't indirect though. That makes me sad.
Yeah,
I also love the fact that their special rule is bubble chucka. Why are you not taking more bubble chuckas?
No one is taking bubble chuckas.
Big bubble, wobbly bubble, and dense bubble, bro.
You roll. It's random. You don't know.
Sometimes you gotta bubble chuck somebody.
It's random. You're never taking this. Get out of here.
You know what? I'm gonna hit you.
You can't take 3 in a unit, unlike D cannons.
I'm definitely taking maximum bubble chuckas.
You are never taking Orks or bubble chuckas.
Bubble chukka! I played
No
Orks.
one is taking that.
I played Orks for 2 tournaments last year. Thank you very much.
Are they yours?
Oh, no. I don't know.
Exactly. So you're never taking these.
I don't know any Orks.
We're moving on. Moving on to the Morkonaut.
The Morkonaut! The Morkonaut at least has an invuln save. Why does he not have a 2-up?
He actually has less swings than the other one.
I know. It makes me a little sad. He doesn't even have as many shots.
Less shots, less swings.
I don't like this guy. Morkonaut, you're dead to me. The Gorkonaut's where it's
at. He gets +1 to hit.
Let's talk about the old white whale, Mazrog Skarsbag. This dude puts the whooping on people. Gut Ripper, anti-monster 4, anti-vehicle 4. Literally 3 damage. His jaws are 4 damage instead of 3 damage, devastating wounds, extra attacks. He's hitting on a deuce. And each time this model makes an attack that targets a monster vehicle, add 1 to the damage of that attack. Each time this model makes an attack that targets a Titanic, add 2 to the attack. He is not fucking around. Also, he gets
no lone operative. He's never getting there.
Shut your face. They're both getting lone operating. Also, he's Hungry Champa. His jaws do critical wounds on a 5. That means that if he hits a vehicle or monster, they're literally doing 5 mortals apiece. They are totally going to get goddamn lone operator. I swear I will throw a model at somebody if they don't. This is bullshit.
I mean, this guy will recognize single-handedly.
Yeah. Except for the fact that he's not lone operator, which means that
he's never going to make it there.
So the knight goes, hey man, that'd be terrible if that dude hit me. Boom, dead. There's no way these guys aren't getting lone operator. I refuse to believe that. These guys are unplayable if they're not. You hope your 4-up Field Pain works pretty hard, dude, because you're gonna take some serious shots. Nobody's letting these guys live beyond turn 1.
But Brad, this guy explodes. He explodes.
You know what? I got weights over here. I might do a set of laterals. I'm so mad at this. You know what? You talk about this. I am doing a set the Psycho. Hold on. I gotta make sure I don't hit anything while I'm doing this. Ugh. All right. This is the thing. I gotta get psyched up. This is like calling a wog.
Hey, the knob on Smash the Squid can actually join other dudes though, so you just take him.
This is bullshit. Mazrog Skarsbag is my reason for playing. I played Snake Bites just to play him.
I mean, he's really cool. Like, I think he has a potential to get there.
God damn it. All right, let's talk about this knob on Smash a Squig, because they're also awesome. He's +1 to wound, or +1 to hit, sorry. He can join up the unit of Squig Hog Boys. I love the fact that when you call a Wog, he's anti-monster 3, anti-vehicle 3. Super nice. Again, multi-damage, extra attacks, 5 attacks with the Big Choppa, and 2 attacks with his jaws. That's a big deal. These guys are
hitting
good.
on 2s, hitting on 3s with sustained hits. Yeah, he's putting the beats down.
Yeah, he's legit. Knob with the Mog banner. This is pretty decent. You mean the benefit of Zawa? If you call the Wog,
you're doing it again.
Yep. Big. When this model gains the benefits of the Wog, it has 4-up invuln and Obsec 5.
That's actually a pretty big deal, Brad. So, like, let's say you don't control the objective because it's not at the beginning of the battle round. You can just steal objectives from people.
Yep. Dude, this guy's legit. Knobs. Can everybody take a Big Choppa? That's all I need to make sure that they still can. Blah, 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 blah. They're already all with Big Choppas, yes. And or Power Claws, but man.
Subtract 1 to the wound roll. T5 with -1 to wound is actually really solid.
Yep. So we can get exploding hits, we can get lethal hits. Yeah, it is really good. This is legit. You know what I mean?
Orks are money. This is like the most fun I've seen so far.
It's tons of fun. I like this a lot. Pain Boss. You get 5 of Finno Pain, and he can join just Beast Snagger Boys. I don't hate that, though, to be honest with you. Because he also, he can heal characters. I hate, anybody that just only heals characters drives me crazy. Just bring back models, assholes.
So, I mean, it depends on how prevalent sniper rifles are, right? So, we've seen some really good sniper combos from the Eldar snipers, from the Space Marine sniper scouts.
If you get hit with those snipers, you're just probably dead. Let's be honest. You're not taking 3 wounds.
Maybe.
Whatever.
Maybe.
All right, I'm dead. That guy's not dead to me, but he's kind of dead to me.
He's kind of dead.
The fact that the Pain Boy can join Boys, Knobs, Looters, Burner Boys, and Tank Busters, he's just got a lot of options. 5 of Finno Pain's no joke. You know what I mean?
You can just randomly do D6 mortal wounds in combat.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy on that because it's on a 4-up actually.
Yeah, but it's precision, bro.
That's what I'm saying. So... he could literally do D6 wounds to a character on a 4-up.
Seems really good.
Yeah, Pain Boy seems good. Rocket Truck Squig Buggies, baby. The most hated vehicle in all of Orks because they got spammed and did crazy shit. Characters in a unit or characters like in your army? Because characters in your army can take 1 billion.
It's 0-3.
What's that?
And then 0-3 for non-epic heroes, and then 0-1 for epic heroes. But there's no limit. Like, you can take as many as you want.
No, that's what I'm saying. There's no limit to characters.
You can take MSU is the way to go.
Yeah. Squig launches. Ignores cover, indirect fire, blast. Why does everything that is indirect ignores cover also? Because
it is very frustrating.
Fire get direct, they get the benefits of cover, and you ignore it. So fucking dumb.
But he's hitting on 6s.
Sure. Yeah, I mean,
it's not great. Like, you haven't seen these because they've been hitting on 4s or 3s, right? Now you're hitting on 6s.
Well, they're not. They're going back to 5s because you're just going to target an infantry unit because they get +1 to hit infantry.
Fair.
Moving along. Shock jump dragster. It still gets to teleport.
Perfect for behind enemy lines.
Yep. It's good.
Squig Boys.
I loves me some Squig Boys. Also, did you see the fact that they just straight up come with Finno Pain 5?
Seems good.
They can ignore modifiers to do anything, so you can't slow them down, which is pretty awesome.
Oh, that's really good. Gets nice spinners?
Yep. And they've got the Sticka is now, anti-monster 4, anti-vehicle 4. Cool. But it's really big on the attacks. It's Lance, so it's +1 to wound when they charge. So it's 3 attacks, hitting on 3, strength 5, 2 damage, anti-monster 4, anti-vehicle 4, +1 to wound against everybody else. And then the Squeakog Jaws, 3 extra attacks, which are strength 6, 2 damage. These guys are good. These guys are so much better than they are right now because of the Feel No Pain 5. And the fact that they just ignore any modifiers. So they're walking through woods, they're walking through night spinners, they're walking through anybody that's doing bullshit to you.
So, all right, let's think about this for a second. So they ignore modifiers, but if the night spinner says no advance, does that ignore it?
They can't advance them, yes. They because that's not modifying it.
That's just saying no.
That's just saying no. But they would move normal. They just wouldn't advance. At least that's how I'm reading it.
So night spinners are definitely OP. Okay, got it.
True. These guys also, 10-inch move, can't be modified, ton of attacks with the Feel No Pain 5 now. They're also T7 now.
Wow, T7.
And you put the Smash a Squig Bro in here.
Yep.
So
I can stake in a unit or two.
Stompa! 2 up save, 30 wounds, T14. Is this guy legit? He also...
So you can give him +1 to hit with the Big Mac because he's a vehicle. He's towering and he's gigantic, so he could literally shoot across the table without moving.
Remember that his super rockets are 100 inches, just in case you were wondering.
I don't think you're going to have range, Brad, for the table that's 10 feet away.
This guy rocks people. His sweep attacks are still strength 10, 3 damage.
18 of them.
Yes, his big attacks are damage 10, strength 24.
So I like how all the other armies are like, yeah, if we have strike and sweep, sweep is just twice the amount. Orcs are like, we're taking that, throwing it out the window. We're going to get 3 times the attacks. We got this.
You got to remember this guy's board wide thing is exploding 6s.
It's never moving. Like it's never getting into combat. But
if
it's always shooting.
But if
it's
it
always
does,
shooting.
If it punches you, you're getting your ass kicked.
Strike 24.
I love it. KR's 100% right. He goes, the wildest model ever. It's never moving.
It's strength 24. I think that's the highest strength we've seen so far.
Also, I mean, it's big. Storm Boys. Storm Boys are legit. They can advance and charge. It's nice. They've got a lot. Yeah, they got a lot of attacks. You're just gonna join bad. What's his face to him? Why can I not remember?
So you can't use full throttle when you walk. Is Wog advance and charge?
A traffic cone with the head, 100%. It is 2d6 to deadly demise. You're just gonna ruin your fucking. That's true. You could careen it and then blow up your opponent. Kaboo, bitches!
All right, I have to look up how that works.
The tank buses have rockets that are +1 to hit, +1 to wound. That's legit. So, I would just put those in a battle wagon and just shoot while it moves around. There's no penalties.
I like how the one guy has a pair of rocket pistols.
You just can't go wrong with that.
I didn't realize that was an option. That's amazing.
I just love that it heals itself. Trucks heal. It's also T8. It's legit.
More firing decks than Chaos Space Braves.
Yep. War Bikers. Because sometimes you got to have the biggest model in the game join a unit with big bases. So, DACA, they've got effectively 5 shots that are twin linked at 9 inches because it would be half range. They got a bunch of attacks. It's decent.
Yeah, AP -1.
Yep.
That's pretty strong.
They're good. War Boss. I love that War Boss just comes to the very end. Because they said, yeah, we're doing this one in alphabetical order. Why not? So, War Boss, he leads the unit. They're +1 to hit. When he calls Wog, you add 4 attacks to his melee weapons, which is legit also. So, he's good. War Boss and Mega... Yeah. War Boss and Mega Armor, we already saw the other guy. Same. They're both really good.
Except for this guy can't take a Power Claw. It's so dumb.
Yes. Waz Boom Blasted Jet. Still gets the ability to take the force field, so he's got a 4-up. +1 to hit if he's shooting fly. decent amount of shots, a lot of big damage here. I don't know if I care anymore with these guys. Weird Boy. I like the fact that he's +1 to strength and damage. So, of the stupid headbanger, so he can kill himself, though. The jump's the big deal. You can move him anywhere else. Your unit might take some things. War Boy is the B-Stagger Boys version of the Weird Boy. I like the fact that he does have Fail No Pain 6. I hate the fact that this dude has Deadly Demise. So, not a big fan of that.
The Weird Boy also has it.
Yeah, just like blowing these dudes up. Zazgrad. This is one of the coolest models in the game, by the way. This dude has got the world's worst bedhead. So, I like the fact that he has Scout 9 on anything that he joins. He can also join only Gretchen.
Gross.
Yeah, I was saying. but that's a big deal though, because he can scout onto an objective. So if we still have secondaries like that, we don't know exactly what we're doing with the match play. So
yeah,
but you can get onto an objective.
Tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a really long day too, Brad.
Yeah, that's good to hear. Thanks, man. I'm not even looking at the workshop. I refuse. Do we want to do Dark Eldar or GSC next?
Ooh, what do you? Let's talk about Orks. They're really strong.
Orks are really fun.
They're really strong. They're really fun. I think they're higher than we rated them originally.
Yeah, well, they had a bunch of good units.
Yeah. All right.
Let's do GSC. I want to end with Dark Eldar because I think they're really good.
Okay.
GSC. I'm just going straight to their things. They can advance and charge. Perfect Ambush is now +1 ballistic skill, +1 armor penetration on things that came in. Return to Shadows is still just awesome. You know what I mean? And it's also up to 2 Gene Stealer color units. They can be put back into strategic reserves. Legit. Their enhancements. I like 2 of these. I mean, you get 1, you get basically on a 4-up, you get a CP. Then you can. Prowling I thought was a little bit better. I had to read that again. Yeah, we're just moving on. Those were just all right. Aberrants. Again, apparently they did this one. And who's in charge of these, by the way? Why are half of them in alphabetical order and half of them not?
Yes. I have no.
You shut your face.
Get off my lawn!
Will we finally understand GSC rules? Hopefully not. They have cold damage, of course, which regens people. They have mini transhuman, and they have big old punchy punchies, and they have an extra attack with their tail.
These guys actually have tails, though.
No, which
I'm not trying to be silly. I'm like, they literally do not look like they have tails.
No, none of the models have tails on them.
Okay, totally makes sense. All right, moving along.
T6, we'll see what their points are, and we'll move on. The Abominant, exploding 6s, and he gets back up on a 2. That's legit. His hammer's also like crazily strong. Strength 12, AP2, D6 +1 damage.
This is a thunder hammer.
Yeah. The Ridge Runners. Ridge Runners are still pretty good. Scout 9, it's legit. So he actually can get +1 AP all over. He has the smoke. He has a billion different keywords. You're definitely going to get a spotter on it, so you get BS3 on all of this. So they've got the heavy mortar. They've got the heavy mining laser. What can they be equipped with, though? They get the heavy mining laser. They get all of this shit, right?
They get mining laser, twin heavy stubbers, wheels, flare launcher.
Yeah.
You can swap out the mining laser for the missile launcher or mortar, and you can replace the flare launcher with a spotter or survey auger.
I mean, both of these are pretty good, man. You know what I mean? Like zooming around at 12 inches with T7, they have missiles on them. At strength 12, AP3. This isn't a fucking around vehicle.
Not bad. If it's dirt cheap,
if it's dirt cheap, 1,000%. Hybrids, they can come with only 10-man squads with these guys. They just come with demo. They do not come with demo charges. They just come with the claws.
You get 3 models back per turn.
Yep. And you reroll wounds of 1. And then Cold Icon, of course, brings guys back. Icon Ward. Summon the Cult. He gives 5 of pain to whatever he's leading. And you can just straight up bring guys back. It's not as good as it was before, though. So, Jackals. Jackals are still good. They're still scouting. They're still doing shenanigans. They, again, cold ambush. You can actually set them up closer. Instead of bringing them back off the cold ambush marker, you can put them off the 6 inches of the edge, which is legit. They're not -1 to wound anymore with stuff, so which is a little bit annoying because they just come with, the small arms. Only the wolf quads are going to get any special weapons on them. True. He goes, the trick is with Gene Stealers to kill in 1 or 2 models so they don't fully regen. Seriously. You can get away around a lot of this. These guys are significantly less scary than they used to be. Biophagus. He gives lethal hits. I wish he gave exploding. He can juice himself up once per battle, which is good because he has 1 attack.
But
So-
the anti-infantry 2+.
Yeah. That guy's dead to me. The Clamavus. If you battle shock somebody, they take a mortal wound. It's like demons, except for suckier.
Actually, Brad, that previous guy gives anti-infantry 2+ to the unit once per game.
It's giving it to the unit. Did I read over
Yeah.
that?
To the unit, yeah, under war gear abilities.
And he can join a ton of people, right? Yep. Yeah, he can join
So,
that.
that's not bad. Anti-infantry 2+ is solid.
Yeah, once a game he wrecks him. Shit. So 100%. Yes, sir. Rock Grinder. Rock Grinder has a shit ton of attacks that are actually really nasty. And he just straight up does a mortal wounds to people. 6 dice for every 4 up. So you're averaging 3 mortal wounds when he charges you. Or he's just actually, and he's got fire index 6, so you can put some bros up and tied there with seismic cannons. I like this quite a bit. This
So when
is
you want to relive Total Recall, this is the tank that you're taking.
100%. Screw you.
Victor!
But he's got, I mean, this guy is like a decent amount of attacks. They all have good strength. I like this a lot. It will definitely depend on the points.
I just had a drink. Let's take another one.
Where's Nick to explain what was good? Nick hates this index, by the way. Just letting you guys know that. He messaged me this morning and was not happy. So, Goliath Truck. Goliath Truck's okay. I would rather just take the Rock Grinder, to be perfectly honest. Because I can't even take enough special weapons where I would want firing deck 12, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but it has a firing support special rule, so you get out and you get reroll wounds.
The hybrid metamorphs, decent amount of attacks. I like them. You know what I mean? Again, they can just keep recycling them. They have fight on death on a 3-up.
Seems good.
They can be regen. They can also come, again, 10-man units. Jackal Elphus. I don't know how I think about that because he has... I like this dude, but he's joining a unit of Atlan Jackals. It just seems like a weird fit to have my sniper with a unit that's trying to do move blocking and shit.
I mean, reroll ones to hit. It's okay.
Yeah.
Probably not taking them.
Calamorph, sustain hits D3, precision, pistol, devastating wounds. Calamorph's still good.
I feel like this is the guy that you want. Just an army of these guys.
Yeah. He can also just literally show up with, 3 inches of a friendly battle line unit and just tell everybody else to screw off. So you can go within 3 inches. So he's just going to be able to snipe characters and shit. Yeah, I mean, he's just good.
Yeah, he's Cypher, but better.
Yep. Locus. He gives fights first. If he's cheap, you'll put him in the units. Magus. I don't know how I feel about him. I was reading him earlier. I was excited because I thought he gave him feel no pain, but it's only against psychic attacks. I mean, if you roll a 6 every time, it'd be awesome because then you can just make a unit not be able to shoot. And he is a little operative.
That could be good though.
True. I mean, it might be awesome. Hybrids. Hybrids can be 20-man units, which is I need 1 billion of these because I want to recycle shit. So if you're within an objective marker on a 4-up, you get a CP. Can they get 4 seismic cannons? Yes. So I'm going to have 4 seismics like I did before. I'm also going to take Webbers because I can get 4 Webbers and 4 seismic cannons. I'm doing that. Like 100%. I'm just running at you and I'm just shooting stuff. Webbers do mortal wounds on 6s. Auto hit flamers. Seismic cannons are rapid fire 2, which means that if I get at 12, basically if I'm able to shoot my Webbers, I can also shoot 6 shots from all my seismic cannons. Legit. Like super legit, actually. And then you kill them and then I bring them back. You can move your cult markers 6. You're probably going to take a Nexus because I think you want to be able to do that as the game goes on. You know, especially if you start to establish board presence, you want to move that marker up to recycle stuff.
This one's pretty cool because, like, as soon as the unit dies, you place a cult marker, right? And then you can move it depending on what your opponent does, twice.
Exactly. So I like the fact that while the Patriarch's leading somebody, the models in the unit have devastating wounds. It's a big deal.
Yeah, you're taking this with the Gene Stealers. Yeah. It's just a great way to clear trash, tie stuff up.
I mean, he's just messed shit up. I love the fact that also GSC's always had like 700 characters. So, reroll hits when he attaches. You can put people in reserve. Primus is decent.
See, the problem with this with the characters, so like if you lose a unit and you bring a unit back, the characters don't come back. So right. Unless the characters are dirt cheap and you're able to take a bunch of them, like...
Yeah, I'm worried about that. 100%. Pure Strains, 4 attacks apiece, hitting on 2s, AP2, 1 damage. You got some ability to reroll people, and you can get devastating wounds with the Patriarch.
Yep.
It's legit. 2 wounds apiece. The Saboteur.
Did they lose Twin Linked?
Yes. Because they had it originally.
They had it the preview, didn't they?
On the reveal, they did.
So they lost Twin Linked. Okay. Good job, GW. Proud of you.
Yep. That might come back. Who knows? Whoever's in charge of proofreading apparently is the worst. So you literally can do the grenade strat for 0, which is a big deal because it's 6 dice. Every 4 is immortal. And then you can do it again. So you can just do it twice. So this dude's apparently just chucking grenades like a madman. And then he can do, when an enemy unit gets near you, you can just throw mortals out. The unit suffers 3 + D3 mortals. So, like, that's his crazy time. This guy actually puts out, like, a dumb amount of mortals. I'm just definitely taking him.
Yeah.
If he's cheap, you're just like, here's some mortals, here's grenades, boom, 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 boom.
That is a lot of mortals. Wow.
I don't like him. He only works on one thing. Gene Stealers, I don't know. If the acolytes are like wacky cheap, you can just regen this shit like no one's business. But if not, I don't know. You know what I mean? So, meh.
I mean, it depends on how fast armies are, right?
It does depend on the points, my man. It depends on the points. All right.
I could see it being annoying. All right.
You want to
go? We've been going for 3 hours. You ready to do Death Guard?
No, we have to do Dark Eldar.
Are we just not doing Death Guard?
I said I'll do Death Guard tomorrow.
Are you, though?
And I have to, my hands are going to hurt so much from beating my wife all the time. Power from Pain, we already looked at it. I can't even see it because of the lights in my face. Don't hit me. To clarify, I just got hit with a tampon.
You deserved it. That's all I'm saying.
So I actually think Dark Eldar are going to be really good, and I don't think they're not gonna get nerfed by anything. I'm gonna tell you why. Prey on the Weak. Strike and Fade, amazing. Alliance of Agony is actually really good. You're going to use it all the time because it buffs all 3 of your characters. Insensible to Pain. Let's just go to their buffs. Gaining a pain token every turn, maybe. Basically, getting a CP back. You're just straight up getting it. If you can use Alliance of Agonies every turn if you take this from your Archon. So legit, let's just go to the stuff because there's some legit rules. So you're gonna have these guys empowered, okay? Just assume that's empowered. If you're getting in combat and you're not giving yourself full rerolls to hit, you've been smoking crack. I will play Dark Eldar at Salt City. That's a huge lie. I'm gonna play Marines or I'm gonna play Eldar. I don't even know why I said that. Like I almost took that challenge and I'm like, there's no chance that's been going.
Do you still own your Dark Eldar or did you get rid of them?
What's that?
Do you still own your Dark Eldar or did you get rid of them?
No, I got Dark Eldar. I got a shit ton of Dark Eldar, actually. You can Vect people. When you're leading a unit, you can reroll ones, but if you're empowered, which you will be, you can reroll all wounds. So you're rerolling all hits and all wounds. This dude joins Court of the Archon and Cabalot Warriors. Cabalot Warriors, you're never going to get into combat with, but we're going to go over the
Brad,
core.
you're getting called out. I think you should play Dark Eldar at Salt City. Don't be a scrub.
Fine, I'll play Dark Eldar. I'm just going to get indirected like a madman. Beastmaster does weird Beastmaster shit. Court of the Archon, let's go to them because they are super sick. Because you got to remember, you're getting full hits, full rerolls to hit, full rerolls to wound. You're going to be with the Archon. You have a billion wounds just wandering around. These guys also have, they got fights first. They're -1 to wound. They can make battle shock on people, and they have lethal hits on people, and you can pop the ability to do a Final Pain.
So you join your Archon to these 4 idiots, and then you join your 4 idiots into a
Well, it's
Dark
not
Eldar
4
Warrior
idiots.
squad.
It's just like, yes.
Okay.
Exactly. So you just get a bunch of random bullshit wounds everywhere.
Do they even produce these models anymore?
I don't know. I literally have all casted models. They're all 3D printed. Every single one of them is 3D printed. Kronos, 5 of Fino Pain. He just gets pain tokens. He sucks. Just move on. Jazar doesn't fuck around. All of his shit is twin linked with his Demibiclaves. If you do the devastating wounds on this, you can do that. He's +1 to wound if he joins the unit Incubi. That's the only thing he can join. And he has precision.
Seems solid.
So he's legit. So again, he's getting full rerolls. Grotesque are decent too. Strength 5, AP 1, 2 damage. And they 4 up fight on death. They have a 5 of Final Pain. They're moving 7. They have the ability to advance and charge, of course, with the strat. Moculus is actually way better than he used to be. It's 5 attacks that are anti-infantry, 2 with precision.
Seems good.
And he's got, while this model is leading unit, models of the unit have the Fino Pain 4 ability. Unfortunately, he can only join Rex. I got super juiced up about it. Indirect just ruins this army, by the way. Hellions are actually super cool. They can still shoot and charge when they fall back. They have the grenade keywords. They can use the strat. They have a piss ton of, everybody's got the glaive except for the leader, who has an anti-infantry 3, sustain hits 1, 5 attacks weapon. But these guys are all legit because, again, they're going to be fully re-rolling everything with exploding 6s. I like them quite a bit. Incubi, they made the claves a little bit meh.
Wait.
What?
Are all the strengths of the splinter weapons 2?
Yeah, they're all anti-infantry 3. They're all poison. Just like they were before. They're actually better than they were before. They used to be poison 4 and strength 2.
Okay. Roll more 6s.
They also see knights and just cry. I mean, kind of. I really want to see infantry if I'm doing Dark Eldar.
Infantry without indirect.
Also, Incubi, their tormentors, instead of doing fight last, doing battle shock test sucks. I wish they didn't have 3 attacks. They had 4 attacks. It'd be way cooler. They are +1 to wound when they're with Home Skillet. Kabalite Warriors. Meh. Good. Enough. They do what they do. Kabalite Warriors are going to be cheap. They do stuff. Lilith. We already looked at Lilith. She was revealed. She gets a piston of attacks. If she punches infantry, she does really well. Mandrakes. Literally the boogeyman. They can bounce back into reserves again. These guys are good. They're good what they are. They're forward deployers. And they're -1 to hit because they're stealth. These guys are legit. Raiders. If you're taking a Raider, why? Just take a Venom. So much better. So, Ravagers. 14-inch move. Bunch of Dark Lances. Can't go wrong with that. Boop, 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 boop. Razor Jet Fighter. God, I hate flyers so much. +1 to hit when they're shooting something with fly. They do have a shit ton of shots. They have to choose which kind of missiles they're getting at the beginning of the game, or not the beginning of the game when you make this. So, it used to be the beginning of the game, by the way. Reaver Jet Bikes. They can do mortals when they fly by people. They have the Lance ability if they take grab cannons. It's going to depend if this War Gear ability costs points. You can take them with Yanar, yeah, exactly. So, the Agonizer is on the leader. Blade Veins, Strength 4, they're like what they used to be, but a little bit worse. You can just jack these guys up with Heat Lances, because you can take 1 Heat Lance for every 3 dudes. And
You have 2 Heat Lances.
yeah, because they're 6-man units now. So, like, Melta 3 is pretty legit, to be perfectly honest with you. Do I want to take that, or do I want to take a blaster? Good question.
Yeah, but Strength 14. It's that is so much better than Meltagun.
Yep. And Melta 3. It's also an assault weapon, so I can literally just advance and do this. So Reavers seem legit. Scourges seem legit. They can jump away. They can also have a ton of special weapons. Scourges still have the ability to have up to 4 special weapons in a 5-man squad. If they're cheap, I'll be perfectly honest.
4 Heat Lances.
Yep. Or 4 Haywire.
No, 4 Heat Lances. You got this.
Haywire's anti-vehicle 4, devastating wounds heavy. 2 shots apiece now.
Yeah, but you're always deep striking them. So, I don't know. I guess Haywire is pretty good.
I mean, Haywire's legit. I mean, any of these weapons is pretty good. Scourges are really good. I'll probably take 3. Succubus kind of sucks because their weapons kind of suck now. They're decent against infantry, but they just don't work against anybody else. So, they're all right. Talos. You can just stay empowered forever, which is kind of cool. I don't hate these guys at all. You can also go for just full, I want to take out the trash with, either, because no matter what, you're getting the Talos Injector, which is just an extra attack. But you're going to take one of the 3, macro scalpels. You come with dual macro scalpers. Yeah, I can't even talk. But these guys get a ton of attacks. They're still pretty good. Urian, meh. If you're taking a bunch of racks, you can get guys back. And on the 2-up, he gets back up. He's just like the other Homunculus, where he's got 5 attacks, anti-infantry 2, precision, multiple damage. He's legit. Venoms are just fantastic because you can just bounce back into them. Same thing that we talked about with the Star Weaver. You can just do backflips into this thing. You park it behind a wall after people get out in assault, and you just do a backflip into the vehicle. It's legit. Void Raven Bomber no longer does like 1 billion wounds to everybody around. It still has the option to do it, but it's not as big. Because it's
only once for a battle.
Yep.
It's not good.
So it is what it is. Void Ravers. Rax. T4, not as good as it used to be because we have so many weapons that are just way stronger than it was before. You get a pain token if the unit destroys an enemy unit, which it's not going to. So,
it's when this unit destroys.
Oh, sorry.
It's both. Each time this unit destroys an enemy unit.
It's both.
Yeah.
Which weapons are meh? Because they just straight come with the blades. Strength 3, AP 1 damage. So you can try to make people not fall. and they're all right.
That's it.
They're better than I thought they were going to be, and after everything else gets nerfed, I think they're going to be pretty decent. Because I think that a lot of Jesus Christ, I'm tired now. My mind's beat.
I mean, it's only 5 days in a row where we've had 2.5 hour plus streams, you know.
Fuck me. 3 hours today. Jesus Christ. I don't think that all the super ridiculous indirect is going to hold up for more than a month. You know what I mean? I think that shit's all going to get fucking nerfed. There's just no way that you're just going to be able to just decimate your opponent's army indirectly till the end of time. So I think a lot of this shit's going to get jacked. I think a decent amount of devastating wound combinations are going to get jacked. And I think that the armies that that are just doing like consistent, they're doing the Lord's work, they're going to be able to stay around.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, exactly, KR. Tomorrow's just points for every single faction.
So let's talk about the next couple of days here, Brad. So tonight, 7 p.m., we're going to be doing a stream where we rank everybody.
Yeah.
Okay. So this will be the pre-point rank of all these armies, where we think, and who are we inviting on? Are we bringing Lyle on? Are we bringing Steven on? Brian?
I don't know who's coming.
Okay.
I literally don't know who's coming. I'll be there. How about that?
Okay. So I need you to download an updated codexes.
I love the fact that they literally haven't said anything that they've changed so far. They're like, hey guys, we changed some stuff. Actually, they didn't even say we changed some stuff. People just follow the changes.
Yeah, they've changed several things from the pre-release.
I'm playing this Saturday. Snigs, Lyle, Corey, and I are all getting together this Saturday, and we're playing a shit ton of games. And we're going to rock it.
So the real question is, should I... So there's a 9th edition RTT next to me. Should I play Space Wolves or Tau one last time before they get...
You should play Tau.
Okay.
Actually, who knows? Tomorrow we're going to see the points, and it's going to be awesome. We're going to have 7... The crisis suits are going to cost a nickel. And
I hope so.
All right, everybody. I'm going to do literally anything but talk about 40K for exactly 1 hour, and then I'm going to start to coach, and then I'm going to go live at 7 o'clock.
All right. And then tomorrow, what are we doing with points? We just chatting them up? Like, are we making our favorite combos?
We're going to talk about combos. We're going to talk about what's good, what's bad, possible lists, combinations of lists, and we're just going to make it happen, Captain.
And what time are we doing that tomorrow?
I can go as early as 11. I was really going to go to 10, but I have England to talk to. England prevails at 10.
So 11 a.m. talking about points. Oof. It's not much time to review all the books. Okay.
Hey, you're welcome.
Thanks, Brad. Appreciate it.
I could let us go to 12, but I got to be coaching soon enough after that. So that is the thing.
All right. So tonight, 7 o'clock. If you guys haven't liked and subscribed, please do. Share this with your friends. You can tell them how much you enjoyed watching us suffer in pain of reviewing every single data sheet
and by the
for
way,
all the Xenos armies.
I was saying, and by the weekend, we will have timestamps done for everything. So then you can actually look and see what you want to talk about.
Yeah. Timestamps for all the books, too.
All right. So, everyone, thanks for hanging out until tonight.
Until tonight.
Enjoy.
Thank you, everybody.